talking about, brother? Yo, what's good, people? This is a crazy Monday morning. Acquisition wars have commenced, okay? Acquisition wars have commenced, okay? But we're going to talk about what just occurred, okay? Sony buying Bungie or acquiring Bungie or partnership. From what I'm understanding, we're gonna read all the verbiage together and see what's going on, because the way this deal is set up is similar to an offer that was given to someone else. And this was around I heard about this around towards the end of 2020, going into 2021. And as you can see, around early late 2020, or coming into early 2021, there was rumors of that purchase, of that acquisition, and Bungie came out themselves denying it, saying it wasn't true. But I got this from a source that I know that those rumors were true. And based on what they was asking for, people walked away from the table, and now they fall into the hands of Sony, which I think, in terms of what Sony is lacking in the games as a service market, what they're lacking in the multiplayer market, I think this is a good get for them. A lot of people are mad. They wanted them to buy Square Enix and Konami. Sony money is not that big, around 1.21 to 2 to 3 billion range. That's where their money is strong at. They brought EMI on the music side. They brought EMI publishing for around the same 2 billion to $3 billion. So this is something that they can afford without putting themselves in a strenuous financial situation. But we're going to get into deeper than this. We're going to get deeper into this, and what I'm going to discuss today, you might hear other people talk about it on the podcast. Not that they're getting acquired by Sony. You're going to hear other people talk about what could have happened a year or so ago. Shout out to let me give y'all due respect, and shout you all out, because I appreciate you all for showing up. MK, what's up? Cold as ice. Witness the truth. What's up? Ray, little Ray in there. What's good? Who else? But who else? 22. And then we got Deuces X, Iron Mike, Dennis SK25, Ozzy was good, Wilfred was good. We got who else? We got Gregory H was good, and then we got Riley Reese, aka the Can Man, with the $5. What's good? Post up. Bungie is a great pickup, not a publisher, but definitely a talented developer. Kind of a slap in the face to Microsoft. I don't consider it a slap in the face to Microsoft, and I'm gonna tell you why. What you're gonna see is a lot of Sony fans walking back their feelings about Bungie. I'm talking about pre Bungie. When I say pre Bungie, I mean prior to Bungie leaving Microsoft. A lot of Sony fans was hating on Halo. They didn't like Bungie. They used to talk shit and talk a lot of dirty shit about Bungie. And then when Bungie left Microsoft, then the praises came. And now that Sony has Bungie now, they really gonna be talking a different talk. If you're from that era, you know what I'm saying? If you're from that era where Reset Era didn't exist yet, the main form was NeoGAF. Then you had PSU, PlayStation Universe, which had a big ass PlayStation forum over there, and it also had a sub Xbox forum there too, where the PlayStation and Xbox fans used to go back and forth, back in gaming forum and all them, GameSpot, all them days, where our battles was in the forums and not on the internet in terms of Twitter and all that and social media. We was typing long paragraphs, but we're going to get into it. As you guys come in, hit the like button, share this out, because there's a lot of hypocrites out here. They laughed at me. That's how we're going to start this off. They laughed at me. They told me, hold on, my brother Noah's joining the stream. All right. They laughed at me, right? They told me I was a liar. They told me that the decisions that Sony was making now was for the traditional model, and that Sony didn't need to do what Microsoft was doing because their hardware was selling, right? Their games were selling. They kept telling me, Spider-Man sold 13 million. Why do Sony need to go the same route as Microsoft if their hardware is selling and if their software is selling? Why? This was what I was told. This is what I was told. They told me that Sony failed with PS Now, and that Sony knew PS Now was a failure, and that they didn't need to go back to PS Now because they've been down that streaming path before. It failed. We're going to move on. We're selling more hardware than Xbox. We're selling more software than Xbox. Sony doesn't have to put their games on other platforms, and they definitely don't have to do the streaming thing because they've been there. They've done that. PS Now was terrible. It's a failure. They already done that. And that Sony was going to continue to follow this traditional model. This is the same reason that they told me that Sony didn't need to put their games on PC. And here we are today with everything that I said 2 years ago has came to fruition. Everything. Moss, Porter Rock, Kratos, all of them on one podcast jumped me saying that Sony position is different from Microsoft position, and there was no need for them to put their games on PC or go the way of the cloud.
Yes, they did.
Because they've been there already.
I was a witness.
And here we are in 2022, and I am made a believer. Hit the like button. We're going to have a great show today. I am made a believer today. So let me show y'all this. And these are words from Jim Ryan. He is giving you the same words I gave you 2 years ago when y'all told me, Post Up, you don't know what you're talking about. Post Up, you are a known capper. Post Up, you are a liar. You're a liar. What did he say? Bungie's successful track record in multi-format publishing and live gaming services will assist us in realizing our ambitions to take PlayStation beyond the console and to increase our potential audience. They laughed at me when I brought up the 2 billion gamers, and I said, well, the E3 that Microsoft was talking about, 2 billion gamers, the next E3, Sony came out and talked about the same 2-3 billion gamers. Ain't nobody say nothing. Post Up, you delusional. You're a liar. They don't need to put their games in streaming. They tried that before. It failed. Spider-Man just sold 13 million, though. The Last of Us just sold 20 million. The PlayStation 4 just sold 120 million consoles. Why do they need to follow in Microsoft footsteps? First place don't follow last place. That's what they told me, Noah. Hold on.
Post, what do you think he means by taking it beyond the console?
You know what he mean.
What does that mean?
You know what he mean. They told me that first place doesn't follow last place. And where are we at? Where are we at right now?
You mean Sony was running a race and they looked back, seeing Microsoft in last position, stopped, turned
look at
around?
This shit. Hold on. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear nothing about motherfuckers just shooting the shit, or they was just talking shit. No, because Sony was so dominant in the PS4 era. Microsoft just made Game Pass. You don't come up with a service like Game Pass out of the blue just because y'all, because they're not selling hardware or games. They're just gonna giving them away for free. And they don't do that. And then when the job description came out saying Sony is leading the way in bringing AAA gaming beyond the PlayStation 5, that's when it first, and they still didn't believe me. Even though the job description was out there, they still didn't believe. And I say this all the time. I say this. Microsoft is upfront and transparent with their player base, with their consumer base, right? So they was transparent about generations. They was transparent about software and services. They was transparent about cloud gaming. They was transparent about backwards compatibility. They was transparent about all of that. And I said 2 years ago that the industry is changing and is going through a change, and that Sony was going to follow suit. Though they are not talking about it, doesn't mean that they are doing it. And here we are. Proof. This is proof that I've been right for the last 2 or 3 years when PlayStation fans was calling me a liar and laughing at me.
Post.
What's up, Noah?
Can I ask you something, brother?
What's going on, brother?
Am I correct by saying this is the second Sony published game that will be available on all mainstream platforms?
Yes. They just put MLB on Xbox, Switch, PC. They got a mobile game that's making about $1 billion. And all this talk about Microsoft becoming a third-party publisher. You know what is crazy, Noah? They told us a year, 2 years ago, Microsoft was going third-party. And that an Xbox game will be on PlayStation before a PlayStation game will be on X. And here we are.
Here we are.
MLB launching day and date again in Game Pass on the Xbox system. And it's going to the Switch.
Bungie already confirmed the next IP is going to be multi-plat. They said they're working on the game and it's going to be multi-platform. PC, Xbox, PlayStation.
Because whether Sony fans want to know it or not, you can't keep making the same money. That's not called growth. If you're making the same money, look, and I've said this, and I used this example on that show 2 years ago. I said, if you look at console sales, the PS2 hit 150 plus million hardware sold, right? The next year, the PS3 only do about 80 or 90 million. So you regressed. You, in a generation where you sold 150 million units, the next generation you sell 89 to 90, 95 million units. That's regression. That's not progress, that's regression. You regressed. Right? Then in the PS4 era, you come and you sell 120 million plus. That's still not progress because you didn't break the 150 million unit you did in the PS2 era. So that tells you financially that as a community, you're not expanding your player base, that you're selling to the same 150 million user base. And now that's being split because you have other competitors that's in the market now. That's a problem. Yeah, you celebrated 120 million, but what's that in comparison to the 150 plus million you did on the PS2? That's not progress. That's regress. So what do? Well, you say you do the same thing Microsoft said. Look, we know it's 3 billion gamers in the world. All of these 3 billion gamers, they might not like playing games on console. They may not like playing games on PC. Maybe they're comfortable with their cell phone. Maybe they're comfortable with their tablet. Maybe they're comfortable with just being able to plop down in front of their TV, pick up a controller, and play it there. So instead of spending millions and billions of dollars on marketing, trying to expand your base and bring gamers to you that's comfortable with playing, you got to go to them. So that's what Microsoft came out and did. They said, we have to go to them. So we have to put our song, we have to put our content, we have to put our content on cell phones, tablets, PCs, TVs. Sony was doing it at one point with PS Now, right? They was doing it at one point with PS Now. But since they didn't have the data infrastructure, depending on how far you was away from their servers, the latency was terrible. It was unplayable. So they had to take it off cell phones, take it off tablets, and take it off the app that was built into certain TVs because they didn't have the infrastructure to do it. But now they go partner with Microsoft on a cloud initiative and Azure servers. So when they get they back in their infrastructure, they're going to be able to reach the same people that Microsoft is reaching if they're using the same cloud infrastructure. Okay. But I'm a liar, though. And that ain't the only thing. That don't think. I want to tell you why this is good. Shout out to my brother Double O Melo, who just joined the show. We got Noah on the show. And I'm going to get their opinion on Sony acquiring Bungie. But before we do that, I just wanted to talk my shit. Because Jim Ryan just gave me confirmation that I wasn't a liar and I wasn't delusional. And that everything I was telling in terms of every other industry moving to cloud services. The game industry is the last one. Movies was already there. Music was already there. Everything else, all the major corporations and companies are moving their infrastructure to the cloud. Why wouldn't the game industry? Oh, Post, you don't know what you're talking about. You know, Spider-Man sold 13 million and The Last of Us 20 million and God of War 20 million. Sony doesn't need to do with Microsoft. Why's your first place for the last place? And you laughed at Phil Spencer for the choices he made with putting the games on PC, for the choices he made with cloud. And what has Jim Ryan said in this tweet right here, in his article? Bungie's successful track record is multi-format publishing and live game services will assist us in realizing our ambitions to take PlayStation beyond the console. Beyond the console. Because this is what Sony lacked. Multiplayer-based game and games as a service. I applaud this acquisition. I'm not talking down on it. I know a lot of Sony fans are mad because they thought it was going to be Konami or Square Enix or Capcom. I applaud this. This was a weakness of Sony, and they recognized their weakness in terms of the multiplayer space, in the games as a service space. They recognized their weakness, and they corrected it with this acquisition. But don't act like Sony fans wasn't just trash talking Bungie when they was a part of Microsoft. Halo was dog shit. Bungie was a dog shit developer when they was with Microsoft. Then when they leave Microsoft, y'all get happy, and then y'all too for the change now that they're with Sony. So this is a good pickup. I still think it's not a slap in the face to Microsoft. Bungie has been from Microsoft for over 10 plus years, brother. Microsoft, they came in, into the game industry. They cultivated and grew Bungie organically. Yes, I said it. Bungie came in the industry, and Microsoft helped cultivate them and grew them organically and gave them. Bungie has no name without Microsoft. They're not a AAA studio without Microsoft.
What up, man?
What's good, Melo?
Ooh,
So
my
we're
bad.
gonna get into this.
I came to war. Got my best on.
Yeah,
What's
we're
good,
gonna get
Melo?
into this. Let me bring this up. Sony buys, they acquire Bungie for $3.6 billion. Let me go find this tweet. Let me see here. Breaking. Here we go. Breaking. Sony is acquiring Bungie for $3.6 billion. Now, before I get y'all thoughts about this, I want to say this. This is not a slip up from Microsoft, because Microsoft could have got Bungie last year, towards the end of 2020, going into 2021. I was told that Bungie was asking for $2 billion. They was asking for $2 billion, and they wanted complete independence, meaning that they wanted Microsoft to acquire them from $2 billion, and they wanted to be totally independent of Microsoft, meaning that Microsoft Xbox had no decision or say so in their day-to-day operations in what they will be doing in terms of their games. And Microsoft said no. Phil said no. $2 billion? Now, we probably could have did the $2 billion, but full independence, meaning we don't have any say-so in your day-to-day operations or anything like that? No. Right? So when I was told that, the same time, no, that wasn't the same time. What happened was when I heard about Bethesda, and I heard about the secret dinners that was going on with Bethesda, and I heard before Microsoft acquired Bethesda, this was months before, but when I heard about Microsoft and Bethesda was in talks in terms of acquisition, I was told that the talks had stalled because Bethesda was asking for too much. I was told Bethesda was asking for too much. And I told that person, I said, based on the relationship that Phil has with Bethesda, I'm pretty sure that they can come to an agreement and bring things back to the table. Then months later, we got the news that Microsoft was acquiring Bethesda. What I hoped the same thing with the Bungie thing last year when I heard about it. When I was told that they was asking for $2 billion and they was asking for complete independence, and Microsoft pretty much told them no, they shot them down. You want $2 billion and you want us to not have any say so in your day-to-day operations, things like that when it comes to gaming and stuff like that. And I told this person, I say, well, maybe they'll come to an agreement or something like that, and that deal will go through. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't say nothing about it. I guess it didn't go through. I guess Bungie was kind of firm in what they was asking for. And what they was asking for, they got it with PlayStation, because if I'm looking at this tweet, from my understanding, even from Bungie Sales said that Bungie will operate independent of Sony. They'll be a subsidiary of Sony. You know what I'm saying? So it's more like a partnership or whatever you want to call it. So I guess what they was asking Microsoft to do, Sony caved in. And they was able to gain leverage. Who was that? That's you, Melo?
What's that?
That noise in the background.
Oh, that's probably me. Hold on, mute myself.
Okay. All right. So I guess what Microsoft wasn't willing to give them, Sony did, and they had to spend a little bit more. They had to spend a little bit more. But if you're in Sony space, based on the things that you need in terms of multiplayer gaming, you know what I'm saying, and games as a service to get that residual income coming in, then you came. So yeah, it was an offer on the table with Microsoft and Bungie. So when those rumors came out last year that Bungie was denying that Microsoft was about to acquire them, that was true. That was true. At one point, Bungie was about to be back with Microsoft. And you remember last year an article where Bungie came out and said they had no problem with going back to Microsoft. But they probably used this as leverage. And the $2 billion they would have got from Microsoft, they turned into $3.6 billion with Sony. So they used that leverage. And rightfully so. We're in a very competitive market right now. Both sides are not done with acquiring. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask Noah and Double O Melo what they think about this. Brown Devil 2 with the fact out Sony did it the right way without starving their gamers while still migrating to cloud gaming. We're not starving over the Xbox ecosystem. Noah, you starving?
No, I'm not starving at all, bro.
Melo, you starving?
Nigga, I'm eating good. Do you see me?
Playing games every day, saving mad money on Xbox. Game Pass.
Okay, hold it down. Post up. Bungie is worn out $2. It's worn out $2. How'd that bounce from Microsoft to Activision? No direction and no old talent. Well, a lot of the talent from Bungie that did Halo went over to 343. They make up a lot of 343, a lot of the Halo talent that was with Bungie. I'm just telling y'all, and this is fact. And if you don't believe me, don't be surprised if you go to other podcasts and stuff like that, and you hear about the acquisition talks that was on the table between Bungie and Microsoft. I'm just saying, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Noah, what you think about this?
Let's see. What do I think about it? I think it's a good pickup for Sony. I think it further reinforces what you've been telling people for the past few years, that this is a content war.
Yeah.
Sony is behind the content, and that's not to say they haven't been dropping mega titles, but they're just not going to be able to keep up with the pace of output when you look at what Microsoft is doing, what potentially other companies could be doing with subscription services. The casuals rule the market. And if you look at from the eye of a casual, Game Pass is a valuable service, bro. Xbox Series X is a cheaper console, a cheaper entryway into playing games like Fortnite, Madden, 2K, Destiny. Even Destiny's going free to play. So this is PlayStation trying to get somewhat of a stronghold. This is probably their best acquisition in the past year when it comes to providing content for consumers. And the fact that they're staying multi-plat, that speaks volume.
Listen to this, and this is the same thing they was asking of Microsoft. Bungie will remain an independent subsidiary of SIE. Bungie will remain a multi-platform studio with the option to self-publish. Bungie is still maintaining Destiny 2, working on Destiny franchise expansion and a new IP. This is all the things they was asking from Microsoft.
So this means Sony has zero, or maybe little to zero, when it comes to operations of how Bungie operates. Now they can cut the check for Bungie. Bungie can reach out to them and say, "Hey, we need some money for to fund this game," because they're the parent company. You know what I'm saying? But Bungie decides where the game.
It seems like a partnership. Like, they acquired them, but this is the same company. But this is the same thing they asked of. They wanted complete autonomy. They wanted to be able to, like you say here, Bungie will remain a multi-platform studio. I don't think Microsoft would have had a problem with that. and the option to self-publish and that pretty much creative control, creative power. They want we want you to buy us out, but we want your money, but we want to still be completely independent and make our own decisions and do what we want to do.
I'm gonna tell you
And
what happened with
Microsoft said no, and Sony said yes.
This is the reason why Microsoft didn't acquire.
Mm-hmm.
They smelled blood in the water. They
Mm-hmm.
smelled that Activision Blizzard deal. They said, we could buy this. We could buy Bungie right now and get Destiny, or we could buy this whole publisher for $70 billion and really make some waves in the gaming industry. Microsoft had a big. We can't even argue, bro. Microsoft had a bigger purchase between the two, but it's still a good pickup for Sony.
But this, I think, I love this pickup. I love this pickup. Let me get these super chats, and then we're gonna get Melo perspective. Shout out to Bay Area with the $5. What's up, y'all? Was this acquisition organic? As far as I know, they organically grown with Microsoft, and just like Sony, always still in studios that Microsoft organically grows. Let me stop playing. Jim Dance Move Ryan and the Pony said that Sony acquisitions are only organic. Laugh all out. Yes, they did. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it, Bay Area. And then we got Top Cat 87 with the 499 Monopoly. Laugh all out. Stop the deal. Call the president. Get everybody on the line. Somebody tweet Ralph Nader right now. Hey, Melo.
Hello.
Hey, Melo, hello. What's good, brother?
2 years ago.
What you think
know
about
you had
this?
some games. What up, man? What up,
What's
people?
good,
Sorry for my lateness, man. I was over here dealing with a lot of BS, but I'm just not hearing about it like 30 minutes ago. I think the undertone of this one, good deal. I'm gonna say good deal. Bravo. It speaks to what I've been saying about Sony for God knows how long, that they are missing out on multiplayer. It's obviously needed, and their back is against the wall, so they made a little bargain bin deal. They picked something out of goodwill, and it happened to be Bungie for the little 6. But it ain't 70 million, but it's a little 6, something light. You know what I'm saying?
That's 3.6.
Yeah, they picked up a little tab, little tab.
Yeah.
But I think this deal, because again, I'm just gonna be frank. Y'all can skip out the little fan war mess. I don't even like entertain it. Honestly, on the business side of things, I'm pretty sure this was part of the Blizzard situation, because like we was laughing and joking, they called the phone and pleaded and begged for Phil not to keep Call of Duty off of the PlayStation situation. I'm pretty sure they did the thing. I think Sony right now is finally understanding Phil's main goal, which was the combating and getting ready for mobile and the content war, where we've established ourselves in this area, which is gaming. We are the forefathers of it, if you want to say it. We're not finna let an outsider come in and try to scrape up these deals. And I think Sony finally trying to get on board with it. So Bungie, what can I say about Bungie? What can I say? I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice.
3.6 billion for Bungie?
For Bungie?
It's crazy. It's like Jim was like, bro, they out here wild and they buying Blizzard, Activision. I'm finna go holler at their old baby mama.
Let me go get the side chick.
Is Destiny worth 3.6 billion?
Because the only reason I say that is because, like you said, Bungie wasn't Bungie when it came to Sony. Majority of them people left and stayed with Microsoft. A nice percentage. We'll say a nice percentage. One of the within the Activision deal, one of the companies that's bought out by Microsoft actually helped with the Destiny 1 and 2 and the DLC for the content.
Yeah.
So who's really if you're going to go in the console war spear of this thing, who's really at a loss here? I've already got people that develop on that brand that knows the ins and outs. They already over here. I think they're from Raven Software. So we already got the ins and outs of that game. If we need to add content,
look,
to
ain't
go
nobody.
forward.
Let me tell you something. Ain't
If we are
nobody crying.
competitive.
Yeah, ain't nobody crying about Sony. Let's get this straight.
We still play. We still get to play the game.
But like you just said, the game isn't going anywhere. It's still finna be third parties, gonna be on other platforms. So
look, hold on.
Again, all I want to know is the energy from you pony weirdos gonna be the same.
I'm glad you said that, Melo. I'm glad you said that.
Because it was the rage over the Call of Duty situation. Now all of a sudden, we got 3 games and a possible coming in, so we good, we content. Is it gonna be the same energy with Destiny?
I'm glad you said that, Melo, because we have to address another narrative that was created by these PlayStation dudes, right? They say Microsoft only go after failing or declining studios.
Talk,
bro. Destiny 1 outsold Destiny 2. Score higher than Destiny 2. Destiny bleeding. Destiny.
Oh, he coming with the number.
They
Lord.
Wait, hold on, Noah.
I need to give you this vest, man.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Hey, this brother chose violence. This brother hopped on the podcast. Hey, Noah, can you repeat those facts for us?
Jesus.
Bro,
now, what
they said that Microsoft only goes after declining studios.
Wow.
What is this, bro? Destiny has been on a decline. A $60 game to free to play. Begging people to come play their game.
Lord,
Tabernacle. We would have church up here today. This brother is speaking the gospel. This fellow boy. Look, all I want to know is
make sure that collection plate hit the left side.
All I want to know is playing.
It's a good pick. I'm not down in the pickle.
But let me tell you something,
saying, bro. Like, let's keep that same energy, right?
Yeah, we got to keep the same energy because, I said, back in the day when Bungie was under Microsoft, the PlayStation community did not like Bungie. They did not like Bungie, even though Master Chief was scoring high and on the Metacritics and stuff like that. They used all you got is Halo. Bungie is trash. They used to talk about the art style, the textures, and all that. And then when they left Microsoft, the whole tune changed because they knew Bungie was becoming a multi-platform studio, and I think they're gonna cap even harder now that they're with Sony. And what's the name already in the chat talking about Bungie is better than Call of Duty Studio. So you already know the flip-flop
is better than Call of Duty.
Now what I gotta ask y'all, and I gotta ask the chat too. I need to ask everybody
in the house got a voice tonight.
Is Bungie worth $3.6 billion? This is not a publisher. This is a developer that's a huge developer.
Hold on.
That I said that has the ability to self-publish their own titles, what they've been doing, and they are able to publish other things. But I'm saying, is Bungie, it's a Destiny 1 and a Destiny 2 IP in that brand worth $3.6 billion?
I got a news article. This dated back 2018, but I think it's still relevant. It says Super Data Research estimates Destiny 2's revenue down 63% year over year. That was back in 2018. Let me see if I can find something recent.
Because look, when I heard, and I'm gonna be honest, when I was first told about Bungie possibly being acquired back with Microsoft, when I first heard that they was asking for $2 billion from Microsoft, my initial is Destiny even worth $2 billion? That was my idea. I was kind of shocked at the asking price that they was asking for.
No, I think so.
You know what I'm saying?
I think so. You know
$2 billion, let alone $3.6 billion. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think so. The reason why I think so is because one, I was like, let me do my little Googles real quick because this is on the fly. Bungie only worked on really 2 heavy titles, which was Halo and Destiny. So, and then if you look at their net worth, the thing, hold on, fuck that. The thing is this:
Talk your shit.
Bungie out hustled these niggas. The reason being they out hustled these niggas because their portfolio does not prove that they have a long list of games coming. They got a new title that's coming. God knows what the heck that's gonna be. If it's gonna be a flop or a fail. It took a minute for Destiny to actually pick up on Steam. And then on top of that, they looked at the opportunity like this. Y'all don't have the multiplayer games. You're bleeding multiplayer. Y'all in the corner. I'm finna take this opportunity to get these little seven Bs up out of you and move around. Yo, that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
good hustle, great hustle.
3.6. When I say 3.6 billion, I instantly thought of the number that I was given that they was asking Microsoft, and that's why I said they probably used that as leverage.
Oh yeah, here you go. Bungie estimate annual revenue is currently at 254 million. So I got a B out of y'all.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Say that again.
Oh, make sure that y'all know I'm not lying. So I got this little fancy handy dandy.
And while you doing that, I'm gonna read the super chat. Riley Reese, aka the Can Man with the $2. Y'all cap is over 15,000. I know this is all facts.
No there cap you go. Podcast. So I want to direct you right over here. If you can put me on the screen post.
Give me just a second here.
I'm finna zoom. As a matter of fact, let me zoom all the way in so you want folks to see these pixels. There you go, right there.
Okay, give me just a second here. Let me do this. On Texas, with the $10, Bungie has a new IP in the works, code name Matter. So PlayStation will possibly have a hold on that one. And stop y'all Destiny hate. It's the best it's been in years. Look, I don't hate Destiny. I played the first one. I didn't play it for that long. I didn't really get into it. Now, I know you have people out there that's really into Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. I'm not knocking Destiny. Bungie did some great shit with Microsoft. This next title, Destiny is staying multi-platform. Their next title was going to be multi-platform.
Already confirmed.
So what we got to hate now after that?
Yeah,
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
PlayStation being a multi-platform publisher, we want them to succeed.
No, I don't. I want them niggas to crash and burn.
Let me see here.
I think
slide
the game
that over a little bit. There you go. Slide it over. Okay, yeah.
Good.
There you go, mate. Thank you, Melo. It's estimated revenue and finances. Bungie estimated annual, and believe us, this just says estimation.
Right,
is 254.4 million per year.
That's only revenue.
It ain't even close to a B. So again, them going to Sony and selling out for 7 ain't bad.
But when I heard that it was 3.6 billion, I immediately said they're overpaid. But that's the price. That's the price you have to pay. You're going to pay for more. You know why they pay more? Because of what Microsoft did with Bethesda and Activision. They know that, and not only that though, outside tech is coming in. The Amazon, the Facebook, the Google, the Apple's, all of them. We're going to tax you more because we know you're in a climate where you're trying to maintain and
fill in your gap
and fend off other people. So in order to do that, we're gonna tax you more because we know we're space. We know you don't have the ability.
A brick is a brick.
Yeah, we know you don't have. We know you don't have the finances to compete money wise with Microsoft. But so then we're gonna get what we can up out of you.
Exactly.
I don't think now Bungie is a talented studio. Don't get me wrong. I do not think they're worth $3.6 billion.
Bro, look, let's say these numbers are accurate, right? Because I never was that Grojo.com. I don't know if they're reputable or not. But let's say these numbers are accurate. That's not even profit. That's revenue. Like, how much is that cost of operation? Like, bro,
but this is
shout out to them. You know
This is what Sony put on a blog. They say, with SIE, the potential of our universes is unlimited. Our future games will take bold steps into unexplored spaces for Bungie. Continue to push the boundaries of what is possible will always be built on a foundation of creating meaningful, lifelong friendships and memories. We remain in charge of our destiny. So Bungie are still in charge of Bungie. We will continue to be independently published. So Sony won't even be publishing these games based on. It seems like they paid $3.6 billion just to have the PlayStation logo on screen. But
just for this head, they paid $3.6 billion for this headline that they saved their stocks.
We will basically
Exactly.
we will continue to independently publish and creatively develop our games. We will continue to drive one unified Bungie community. Our games will continue to be where our community is, wherever they choose to play. With
Possible
SIE
PC.
support, the most immediate change you will see is an acceleration in hiring talent across the entire studio to support our ambitious visions. If this speaks to you and you want to help us put a dent in the universe, we are hiring across all disciplines for Destiny 2 and for all new worlds and beyond. So they still are in charge of themselves. They'll still be publishing their games. What did Sony pay for?
They pay for the exclusive content to be delivered and marketed.
Yeah, they probably get all Destiny exclusive content and DLC, but I don't think that's
no. Bungie they did a Q&A and said that's not the case. They said they plan on dropping the same content on all platforms.
What did they pay for? Can anybody in the chat tell me?
You sure about that? That don't sound right.
Hold on. You want me to post it?
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, since they say we lie, I'm just saying I don't know about that.
No, he got it on screen. They say one community, multi-platform. Destiny 2 will stay on all current platforms and expand to new platforms. Self-published, creatively independent, Bungie maintains full creative control and publishing independence of Destiny Universe. And see, that's what they was asking Microsoft. They said, look, we want buy us out for $2 billion. But we still want to maintain full creative control and publishing independence.
Melo, what you telling me?
Like,
they in an open relationship.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, this is polygamy. This is the polygamy of gaming.
Every player should have an amazing Destiny experience, no matter where you choose to play. I think this is. What did they get out of this? Really,
this relationship reminds me of Will Smith and Jada.
Oh, ooh, Lord, ooh, I don't even know what to say in this case.
Take Twitter, deal.
Okay, this is crazy. Let me go here. Luckily, I got three monitors hooked up. Let me go over here. And
this ain't acquisition. This is an entanglement.
I'm trying to see. What did they? I know he said we should
purchase. It's just I don't see the. I see what I see. Like as far as like if they had their own subscription service, maybe it's the strength of Spartacus. Maybe the Destiny games would be in Spartacus Day 1. But from like a financial standpoint, I don't see how it benefits Sony, especially not immediately. It's like they're taking a big loss. Huge loss up front. But then again, with the inflation and shit stuff going on, right? They might as well bought somebody. Are you hip to the what's going on with the inflation?
Let me see here.
Man.
You heard me, Post?
Yeah.
You hip to what's going on with the inflation of the US dollar? Yeah, some what I'm reading, like these companies have to like spend money, or it's gonna it's gonna lose value due to the increase in inflation.
Oh yeah, the US dollar been using it has no value actually. Fiat currency. The only value it has is what we give it.
Yeah. It felt like Bungie was like the last thing on the shelf, and Sony was like, "Yeah, let me get that."
Let me ask y'all this.
Okay, there we go. I see what you got in there. I see.
Oh, here it go. So with this situation that's going on, and you know how we've been talking about a possible.
Okay, let me put this.
This being the last console.
No, we far from that. We far from that.
We far from remove. You think this move like this is pretty much showing like gearing up to just say, "Hey,
yo, this move is for 10. These moves that they're making now, these acquisitions that they're making now, is for the upcoming battle between big tech that's for the kind of force their way in. And it's for 10 to 15 years down the line. They're trying to establish Microsoft and Sony at this point. Microsoft with Game Pass, Sony with their Spartacus. They're going to try to get a hold on this subscription service and cloud platform before big tech come force their way in and try to disrupt shit. Not for the love of gaming, not for the love of the industry, but because the industry is a $200 billion industry and steadily growing. So you establish these things now, and that's why Microsoft is and people wonder why Microsoft they get tired of Microsoft doing Game Pass game. Well, that's what it's about. About time big tech and things come in, Microsoft at least want to be at 50, 60, maybe 100 million Game Pass subscribers so they can be the biggest subscription service in the game. And I'm pretty sure Sony want to do the same too. That way you make it harder. You make it harder and you make it an uphill battle for when big tech come in. They have to spend more money to compete with you and get established than they would if you didn't take all this shit now. That's what that's about. Because they're not going to be able to stop big tech from coming in, but at least they can make it hard and make an uphill battle. Look at Stadia. Look how Stadia just completely disbanded their first party because the parent company of Google wasn't willing to spend the type of money it takes to get established in the game industry. I'm talking in terms of having a strong first party developer system and lineup. That shit costs in today's economy. That shit costs millions and billions of dollars to do that. They didn't have the money. So you know what they're going to do? They say, okay, we just going to fall back. We're going to keep Stadia, but we also going to license the tech for other companies that's going to come in the industry. And when they want to come in and establish their own streaming service, they'll use the Stadia tech and we'll just license that out. And that's where we'll make our bread and butter.
Bro,
all this stuff is about years down the line. Let me put this up on screen. What Noah just
what is this? Like, what deal is this? This doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. If you kind of look at everything, it doesn't make sense. Let me share this. I'll read that Jim Ryan stuff later. Let me do this here.
Because Noah, didn't you just say they was doing Destiny as free to play?
Yeah, the base game is free to play. You gotta pay for the expansions, but the base game is free to play. Now they did see a surge in players when they went free to play. I think they were
right. That's what everybody. PUBG did the same, but what the fuck?
It takes, and people wondering why. Well, Microsoft got to pay their way to the top. It's not about paying their way to the top. You buy established studios and publishers now. You don't have the time to try to build and invest in building studios up from the ground up over the next 10 to 15 years, because by the time you do that, you're falling behind. I say I say this all this time. Stay ahead of the curve. Stay ahead of the change. And so you don't have time to build studios, because by the time the next 10 to 15 years come down, the fiber optics is probably going to be accessible to everybody in a home. They're already working on Wi-Fi and internet for rural areas. They're even using the white bands from the old TV stations to help people access internet in places where they can't get it. And Microsoft pretty much got a broadband initiative where they're laying fiber optics and making it easier for people to access the internet in places they can't get it. But by the time that happened, our bandwidth going to be increased. I'm talking about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 gigabytes down in order, 10 gigabytes up. The next 10 to 15 to 20 years down the line, the internet bandwidth is going to be crazy. And so when that happens, you don't want to be the just pulling up in the rear talking about that I finally got everything over here situated. No, you prepare now for when the change happened later. You're already ahead of that change, and you're already established in terms of services, in terms of content, and in terms of infrastructure. And though Sony is in first place in terms of content, they are ahead. But in terms of services and infrastructure, they are behind. And the services and infrastructure are very, very important. So Noah, I got this fact sheet up on screen. You want to run through this?
Yeah. Give me just a second. All right. So there was a Q&A from Bungie. First question: As a Destiny 2 player, does Bungie becoming part of PlayStation have any immediate impact on how I play and experience Destiny 2? Bungie says no. Our commitment to Destiny 2 as a multi-platform game, meaning on all consoles, game with full crossplay remains unchanged. Mm-hmm. We want you to play The Witch Queen on February 22nd, 2022. Shameless plug. On the platform of your choice. Okay. Will the Destiny 2 experience on non-PlayStation platforms be impacted by Bungie becoming part of PlayStation? No. We want to maintain the same great experience you already have on your platform of choice. Will any announced season, events, packs, expansions, weapons, etc., be changed or impacted by Bungie becoming part of PlayStation? No. Bungie retains full creative independence for our games and our community. Full independence. Our plans for the Light and Dark saga are unchanged, all the way through the final shape in 2024. And so that's the last year of
damn.
That's part of last year of exclusive.
That's probably when they switch over just next gen only.
Yeah. And no, they start making stuff for they could start making stuff for PlayStation, but it seems they're adamant about staying multi-platform. Keep going on.
Will Destiny 2, The Witch Queen, include any platform exclusives? No. The Witch Queen will not contain any platform exclusives. Every player should have an amazing Destiny experience, no matter where you choose to play. Mm-hmm. Will cross-platform features like cross-save, cross-play, the Destiny 2 companion app, or third-party apps like Destiny from Destiny Item Manager, be changed or removed? No. Bungie's commitment to cross-platform play and social features remains unchanged. We believe games are best shared with friends wherever they choose to play, and will continue to invest in new features and platforms.
Who that sound like? That sound like somebody I know.
Hell yeah.
That sound like somebody that they laughed at.
Phil Donovan.
You feel me? You feel me? Keep going, Noah.
Question: Bungie has future games in development. I'm talking about games beyond Destiny 2. Stuff y'all working on now and planning on working on in the future. Will they now become PlayStation exclusives?
Hell no.
We want the worlds we are created to extend to anywhere people play games. We will continue to be self-published, creatively independent, and we will continue to drive one unified Bungie community. Question, Bungie. I play Destiny on Steam, Xbox, or Stadia. Will my platform still be supported?
Yes. That's on. Hey, yo, that's the only yes. Out of the whole facts, the Q&A. That's the only yes. That's crazy. But you know what? If you listen to what Jim Ryan said today and how Bungie is, this is what Phil been talking about for the last 2 or 3 years.
Bruh.
For the last 4 or 5 years.
But they didn't want to believe it.
This is what Xbox been saying. And Sony fans, y'all only doing this because y'all not selling hardware games. Well, Sony is selling hardware in games. What's their excuse for following the same steps as Microsoft? Can somebody tell me? What is Sony's excuse?
He's too nice. He's too nice.
What is Sony's excuse? They're selling hardware. They're selling games. What are their excuse for following the same steps that Microsoft is doing right now? This is the same lingo.
You know what's going to be funny about this? I want to say 5-10 years down the road, y'all going to be like, this motherfucker saved gaming. If it wasn't for him,
bro,
a lot of this shit that we are enjoying now, 5-10 years down the road would not be,
because
that's
they
gonna
don't
be the
realize.
funny part.
They don't realize that console gamers we are a very niche market, right? We are very small, but a grain of sand on the beach when it comes to the overall gaming scale and the entire gaming community. We're talking about 8 billion people on this planet. We're talking about 3 to 4 billion gamers. It's only a couple of million, maybe 200 million or something console players in the world right now, compared to 3 or 4 billion gamers. That is minute. That is very small. That's very small, right? It's more people playing on cell phones and tablets than they are buying hardware. It's more people playing Candy Crush. Candy Crush has Bad Self has over 400 and some million users by itself. And we laugh at those games because they're not these big, realistic AAA movie quality, but they're making more money than those big AAA movie quality like games. You mean to tell me you could spend 100 to 150 million on a AAA game and not recoup your investment, but yet I can spend a couple of thousands, maybe less than that, 100,000 on this one cell phone game and become a billionaire overnight? We moving backwards. If I'm Sony and Microsoft, I'm saying we moving back. We hustling backwards.
Was this a panic buy? Was this a panic buy? I just gotta add. I'm asking dumb questions, but I gotta add. Was this a panic buy? It seemed like this was we seen the blow up with Activision. We secured that, hey, Call of Duty is gonna stay here with us. We just sucked enough, to make sure that is gonna be here. But
you know what?
We need something.
I think this been I think this deal been in the making for a minute. I think when they chose the announcement was desperate because the Activision announcement that Microsoft, they lost 20 billion. They lost 20 billion overnight from Microsoft just announcing they're acquiring Activision. So I think they come out and they come out this, like you said, I think this will help save their stocks.
Yeah.
I think it will help save their stocks.
Coming home to roost, because I told you, weird motherfuckers, since goddamn
But it could be a desperate, bro. Because if you
didn't have nothing.
Look at what Bungie is saying that's going on. I'm trying to figure out, and could anybody in the chat tell us what was the reason of spending $3.6 billion on this deal?
Exactly. And you don't get no exclusive content, the game DLC.
I guess you get the
future games.
I guess you get the revenue.
Is it really bringing in that much revenue with Destiny? Yes.
I don't know. We'll have to look up the numbers. Hopefully, the mathematician Noah can look up those numbers for us.
Hey, I'm going by the numbers y'all posted. 254 million revenue. That's what you posted, Melo.
That was current annual revenue. Yeah,
and that's revenue. That's not even.
This is. I'm checking these super chats. We missed some super chats, so I'm gonna get them. But
that was current.
I told you all everything I said from 2 or 3 years ago has came to fruition. Everything. The industry was changing back then. People weren't just willing to see it. Nintendo is testing cloud streaming gaming in Japan.
Thank you. The moment I seen Mario Kart on the iPhone, hello.
Yeah,
they're testing on the iPhone.
Because
hello.
You know why? Because mobile is half the industry by itself, more than half the industry by itself. And like I said, I can spend less on creating a mobile game and become a billionaire overnight. And we sitting up here spending 100, 150 million on these AAA games, and we're not recouping
at all.
Especially
I don't think people
Sony,
really understand
and that single player experience, especially Sony. That's why they're coming out with Spartacus. That's why this was a buy. They need that residual income. They need something that's going to subsidize the cost of their first-party IPs. That's going to help them subsidize the cost of their hardware as well. but give them a fighting chance from big tech and everything else that's finna try to swoop in. So we're gonna grab Bungie before big tech come in. Microsoft, okay, you got Bungie. We're gonna grab back. We could have grabbed Bungie, but we ain't like that. And it's the same deal that Sony gave them for $3.6 billion. That's the same similar deal, probably exactly the same of what they was asking Microsoft for $2 billion. Think about that. From what I heard. You could call me a liar and all of that if you want, but I guarantee you, today you might hear on some podcast about how Microsoft was going to get acquired by Bungie. And you'll probably hear some of the same stuff
about Microsoft.
Bungie was going to get acquired by Microsoft. And you know what you're going to say? You know what? Paul Stop said that on the show earlier. That little fat ass nigga was right. Oh, yeah, you damn right. Let me get this in. We got Riley Reese, a.k.a. the Can Man with the $5. Destiny is a huge IP there. Apparently working on a film. And they sell a boatload of merchandise. It's more than just game. And I know. Yeah, I know. We know. Halo is a $6 billion franchise. Between the games, they just dropped a TV show. Between the merchandise and all that, we know. And guess what? Microsoft cultivated that. They organically grew Bungie from the ground up. Fact. And guess what? If you go back and listen to and watch the Xbox documentary on Xbox, they tell you when they came over to Microsoft, the Halo that we played, it didn't even exist. So people say they had Halo before they came to Microsoft. No, the Halo CE, that didn't even exist.
Yeah, they had to start over from scratch.
They had to start over from scratch.
Passion project, concept art.
Yeah, it was just concept art and an idea on the Mac.
Yeah.
But the Halo we got on the Xbox, that didn't even exist. They had to start over from scratch. So don't tell me about organic growth and cultivating a studio when Microsoft has been doing this since the 2000s. In the 996, y'all. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it. Let me say, my guy, Church Shoes. Shout out to Church Shoes. If y'all need patent leather church shoes, snakeskin church shoes, leather suede, white, black, pink, different colors. Maybe you want it multi.
A head of fur.
Maybe you want a head of fur on there with a raccoon tail on there. Maybe you want a chain connected to your church shoes. Any way you want to. Shout out to my brother Playromatics right here with the $4.99. He got church shoes that come in all shapes and sizes and all different kind of styles, brother. He gonna take care of y'all. He say, I'm guessing this was Sony counter move to force negotiations with Microsoft regarding COD. We can get into that. I will ask Noah and Melo about that soon. I finish that. We'll come back to that question. Person not found with the $5. What's up, Post? It seems to me like Bungie wants to do what they want to do, but don't want to foot the bill, so they move to SIE to have them foot the bill. Man, that's exactly.
Hold on, read that again. Because that man came with facts right there. Hey,
that brother.
I want the responsibility for gaming, but I want to put out a game.
Yeah. And see, that's the first thing I kind of said. When the person was telling me what was going down, I say, "What? You want all the money, but no, we're not doing that." He say, "Shout out to person. This might be the super chat of the day. Person I found with the $5. What's up, Post? It seems to me like Bungie wants to do what they want to do, but don't want to foot the bill, so they move to SIE to have them foot the bill. And yeah, Microsoft wasn't with it. Microsoft wasn't with it. Microsoft, we'll give you the $2 billion, but this whole independent,
that's us. We get to move around and jump with the ops and shit.
We do what I want and do this in public. We're not with all that. If we're gonna spend $2 billion on you, we're not gonna do that. We need all that. We need all that, and we're gonna make sure that what we're trying to do, it doesn't align with Game Pass, with what they're trying to do with Game Pass. Shout out to Scope ScopeX with $4.99. He say, I don't know, man. No exclusive sounds like an L for PlayStation. Love the format. Keep it up, fellas. Thanks, Scope, man. I really appreciate. We really appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all been showing up and showing out every show that State of Gaming has done since these three brothers right here, since us three brothers right here started, has seen over 100 people showing up and supporting the show. And we appreciate that, man. It only takes a little to gain a lot. So every one person that show up, bro, we appreciate you. So whether it's one person in the chat, 10 people, or 1,000 people, bro, we still gonna give you all that same great content. Hey, knowing Melo, to that question that Church Shoes just put out there. He say, I'm guessing this was Sony counter move to force negotiations with Microsoft regarding COD. What do y'all think about that? Do you think?
I 100% agree with it. I said the same thing. I think that it came down the pipeline of saying, okay, shock value, y'all bought them 70 Bs. Are we gonna get Call of Duty? He said, hey, what you got to offer, nigga? What you got to offer, fuck nigga? And he said, hey, we got a possible buy on this. Well, you make sure our content is on your gaming platform. We'll make sure our content stay on yours.
But the only reason why I don't think that matters at this point, because what Bungie's saying is that Sony don't have no say so in the fuck when they have the ability to self-publish. They have the ability to self-publish. So
I can't knock you how you do your business. That's how you running around. You like to get pimped. So be it. But for us over here, we gonna make sure this infrastructure is right for the future. Yeah. And it makes sense for our brand. That doesn't make sense that you just bought this company. But it makes sense to me because of what I've been preaching. You niggas been lacking in multiplayers and shooters for a reason. Y'all put all of this money into a single player world that only lasts for a week or two. And then your game is unthought of for the rest of the year. Your user bases are literally forcing themselves to go back and play your game because they ain't got shit to play. And now all of the multiplayer, what you was leaning on, is starting to get bought up. Where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here? What you think, Noah?
I think Sony paid $3.6 billion to put their logo on the box.
Oh shit! So
they're gonna have a custom Destiny box.
That's just Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Oh wow, well, brother, hey, hold on, brother. You mean
they did all this.
Yo, Noah shows violence today. Noah say this and chose. You know what? For a moment, I said, "Damn, Sony brought Bungie for $3.6 million." Then when you start reading the terms and stuff like that, be like, oh, "Wait, huh? What? You know what? We need to make a meme. Somebody need to make a meme." And it needs to do, you know, the dude with the smiley face, and then with the shock face. On the top, on the smiley face, it needs to say Sony acquires Bungie for $3.6 billion. And then on the bottom with the shock face, it needs to show all the terms.
Terms and conditions that comes with buying this company.
Bro, like what is going on? Shout out to Warhammer. With the $5. He said 100, guys. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. And then we have Noxious BLD with the $5 post. Bungie wanted to keep everything multi-plat because deep down they truly fear Destiny becoming the next lawbreakers. Wow. Xbox Nation we never forget. That brother turned his back on the community. The community that built this game, and he made the game exclusive to PlayStation. And that shit.
You know what? It does make sense though, because if you think about, look at what Sony did when the Activision announcement popped up. They said, they was in the works of saying, "Hey guys, we got multiplayer shooter games in development." They never told you how long it was gonna be.
Yeah, this year, this is crazy. Shout out to Rob, who randomly robs everybody with the $5. The narrative on Twitter is crazy now. The same ponies crying last week, bragging today, and singing a different tune. So I want to see, are we going to get into monopolies because of Bungie is going to self-publish? That means 3.6 billion. You don't spend that on a game developer. That's you spend it on the publisher.
Bungie is 3.6. I've been giving extra B's.
You've been giving extra 3.6 billion.
Oh, my bad.
Bungie was publishing their own games.
I want to share some news with y'all live on air, bro.
Yeah,
yeah, man. I met this chick, right? She not from a rich family. She from the hood. We got married today. We live in separate houses.
Oh shit!
I can't touch her.
Oh shit!
Okay. Sometimes she calls when she needs money. And then sometimes I be out. I see her with a couple other niggas. I don't be.
Y'all in separate rooms, brother?
Yeah.
Get her hair done.
I do y'all sleep in the same bed and she toot the booty up, but you can't touch it?
Nah, she won't even come over, bro. She won't even come over. She called me when she needs some money, though.
You can't even Netflix and chill.
That's just one of the type of chicks that walk around in the house all naked and fancy, teasing you, but then you can't touch them.
She'll send me a photo on my phone every now and then. Sometimes be another nigga in the photo.
See your photo. What you gonna do with a photo, player?
Little nip slip.
It'd be another nigga in the photo. I don't be tripping.
Let me ask you a question. Is it a AAA photo that she sends you? It's a AAA. It's a AAA photo.
Yeah, of course. It's a AAA.
It's a AAA photo.
Look, hey, I'm me. You know what I'm saying? I got game.
You feel me? It's a AAA photo. I feel you, player.
I ain't never got played.
Do you, bro?
Yeah, bro.
She loved me though. She loved me.
Oh man, this is it's crazy. Got AAA booty and can't touch. This is man.
That's my high.
Hey, that's one of the chick when you get married, you try to kiss her, she turn the cheek, you hit the cheek, right? And then she get all bougie, acting all close to you. As soon as y'all get in the house and away from everybody, she move your ass out the way and say, look, don't touch me. My room is up there. Your room is over there. Stay in your lane. Stay in your zone. And we won't have no problems. This is an arranged marriage. You know what I'm saying? I come from overseas. I'm just waiting for my green card and all that to go through. You feel me? I'm just waiting for the green card. As soon as I get my documentation, you know what I'm saying? You get your little money and I'm out. That's how this works. That's what we doing here. That's what we doing here. Let me see here. We got some shout out to Power Man 4K. With the $2 ponies like Halo all of a sudden. And shout out to my man One Stop for Gaming. I see he popped up in the chat. What's up, brother? I hope everything is all well with you and your family, man. Haven't seen you in a while, so blessings to you and yours. It's great that you are still around, brother. It's great to see you, brother. Legendary villain. Hold on. Before I click this, and I even try to read, let me put the mouse over here so I can blur his super chat out.
Oh,
now, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Before we get legendary, let me tell you something, player. Look, this y'all day. Y'all just spent 3.6 billion on, Bungie. I think it could have been. I'm gonna do y'all like I think 3.6 billion could have went elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? I think that could have been multiple studios. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? 3.6 on Destiny, but look, be respectful in the super chat. Okay. Be respectful in the super chat. Or I'm gonna take your $20 and I'm gonna delete your shit. I'm gonna just strike like that. Now let me press this button. Sony needed a live service game, especially in FPS 1. True. This fills in the gaps plus their live services department. True. Nor that was actually funny. Post, this is not good for the industry. Post, see Jim Ryan acquisition quotes. Which one? Hey, send me his acquisition quotes on Twitter, legendary, and I'll read them on the show.
You talking about this? I think he said it's going to be more.
He said it's going to be more. Yeah. And Microsoft not done. People think, when Microsoft purchased Bethesda, for $8 billion, people thought they was done. They was like, they said, hold on. Well, they said they're not gonna. They was like, well, they're not gonna buy. They're not gonna buy any more publishers after this. They'll just buy some small studios and stuff like that. And as Noah said, a lot of Sony fans did say they was gonna buy these low-rated single A, double A studios and stuff like that should just throw in Game Pass. Then they go out and buy Activision.
Bruh, hit him with the
And motherfuckers like
68B.
Joe, good old Joe Biden, president. I'll reach out to you, player.
He said, I don't want them to bat no more. This is too much.
You can't let
This is enough.
Microsoft get away with this.
This is bad for the community.
This is bad for gaming. This is bad for they're gonna ban everything, Mr. Biden.
Everything gonna be on Game Pass. Why gotta be on Game Pass?
What are we gonna do? They're gonna buy up everything. So, and now that Sony is buying Bungie, and they're market leader too. They're a market leader. So now Sony about everything good now. Sony fans are, I bet you when you go on Twitter, they're not talking about monopoly. They're not talking about they're not talking about any antitrust laws or anything like that.
Talking to Joe, Moneybag Joe.
I mean, they're not talking about none of that. I bet you any type of money that no PlayStation fan on Twitter is saying this is bad for gaming, number one, and that antitrust laws or anything like that should come into play. Or this is, I guarantee you. Shout out to a child of God, all but a child of God. We don't need Destiny. We have Halo and COD. It's bigger than Destiny. But congrats to Sony and PlayStation. Post, is this Monopoly now? Left out, just joking.
And we just to set the record, we still have Destiny. It didn't go anywhere. Yeah. Destiny got a ring on it, but it still be around.
Exactly. Look, man. Look, I applaud Sony for recognizing a weakness in their portfolio and then filling it in. I'm not mad at this acquisition. I'm not even going to hate on it. After you bat Bethesda and have the whole Western RPG market, then you go and get Activision, and you pretty much got a handle of the first-person shooter market with Call of Duty, Doom, Quake, Halo. Then you got all the platformers. Why should I be hating on Sony? Because they got Bungie. You feel me? We still over here eating good. Huh? And MLB The Show 22 is still dropping day and date in Game Pass on April 5th. Huh? But you know what's funny though, Noah and Melo? They said Microsoft will be the first to put their games on PlayStation. They said Microsoft was becoming a third-party publisher. MLB is on Switch, Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. PlayStation also do mobile games. Who's the third-party publisher now? Who is the third-party publisher now?
Bruh.
Huh? Who is the third-party publisher? Okay, let's see here.
Good question.
Iron Mike with the $5. MS spent 6 figures on a Ferrari. Sony ran out and spent $80,000 on a '98 bubble-eyed Lexus.
Damn.
Oh, set it in Lex and made it
Told
bubble.
you, bro.
Look.
We sit different over here, man. I told you. You know what I'm saying?
Look, it's no need.
I talk different. That bag different.
It's no need for that. I don't even think the Xbox community is going to be up in war about this. Bungie has been separate from Microsoft so long that the impact ain't what it. If this was back in the day, then this impact would be like, instead of Bungie signing that 10-year deal with Activision, if Sony would have brought them back in the day, then this would have been an impact. It would have been a slap in the face to Microsoft. But since Bungie been on its own for so long, been through Activision, and then had another financial company investor get them money to kind of keep them afloat because they was in debt. And I think that's why it was $3.6 billion, because I think you buy some of their debt. You buy the debt they're in.
One Embracer Group, right?
Yeah. So you buy the debt they in. We're not mad. We applaud you all, but that just let us know that we were right.
This was what happened when you try to bob yourself as a fan of these brands. Stay out of being a fan of these brands. Yeah. These people are going to do what's good for their bottom line. Period.
Facts. And they're going to move with the as the economy change and these industries change. The industries, the companies within those industries are going to change to conform with that change.
Facts.
with that change, and you do it now. You don't wait till the change happens or wait till the last minute, because by the time you wait till the last minute, you're gonna be in last place, and everything gonna be in past you. By Microsoft learned that with the cell phone. They learned that with the iPod. They was late to that, late to the cell phone, late to something.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to be late with gaming. Industry that's probably in the next couple of years going to be doing $300-400, maybe $500 billion a year in money, in revenue.
Facts.
So you set everything up now. You buy, you make your moves now. So when that change occurs, you're probably set up and you're ready to compete instead of trying to catch up. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to catch up, that's all this is about. And more purchases and acquisitions are going to come. I told y'all years ago the industry was going to be consolidated. I was telling Porter Rock them that and Kratos that, as you know, as these companies come in, the industry going to get consolidated to prevent other companies from coming in and buying up these companies. Microsoft just taking some of Microsoft and Sony are going to take some of the big companies off the board. That's all. Bethesda is off the board. Activision Blizzard is off the board. Bungie is somewhat off the board because they somewhat still independent.
Just a little thought that's just out here just operating. You don't know what they want.
Hey,
I can't knock them though. That's a good deal for them. That's a great deal. Honestly, if you really think about it, I can still be independent, do what I want, and get the bag from you.
Yeah, but bad. I know a lot of Bungie said we need a side piece, yo.
I just hope this don't be like they don't make this move like the rest for the future when it comes to these buyouts, because seeing something like this could be, a problem for future buyouts.
Yeah,
they're like, well, if Bungie got it and they only did this amount of games and this amount of revenue, why can't we do it? So
and like I said, they asked Microsoft for less. They only asked Microsoft for $2 billion. But I think the price went up when Microsoft banned Bethesda in Activision. Bungie can leverage that. Like, you need us. You don't have a games as a service, a part of your catalog. In terms of first-person shooters, you don't have
it. Different though. Who else out there got an engine? Because Activision got an engine. Activision had Candy Crush and all the other various companies. So it's like in the on service, in servers out in Ireland. So it's like my package was different compared to others. Who else out there got an engine that's worth buying or could be bought?
But it ain't even about it ain't even about the engine per se. It's look, if I'm Bungie and I'm negotiating with Sony, give us $3.6 billion. And if I'm Sony and say that's too much, then I leverage the landscape. Look at the landscape. The landscape is constantly changing. I look at your portfolio, and your portfolio is missing something that we offer. That's live services. That's games as a services. That's one of the dominant. I wouldn't say dominant, but a big first person shooter market, which you don't have. All your first person shooters that you have created up until this point, not in the past in terms of SOCON, because SOCON was big at one point. They have failed to compete with the other big first person market. So you need us more. Then we need you, because if you look at Bungie, Xbox Live was built off Halo 2.
Hey, that's a bad
matchmaking system.
That was bad.
Halo 2, Halo Live, Xbox. If you go back and you look at Halo 2 and how it's matchmaking and all that was set up, all that technology was incorporated into Xbox Live.
Oh yeah, you preaching right now. Oh yeah. Okay.
All that the matchmaking system, the voice chat, the lobbies, the proximity chat, all that. When they did that with Halo 2, 360. When they did that with Halo 2, 360 come around, and all those features, the matchmaking system, the leaderboards, all that stuff that was in Halo 2 on the OG Xbox, all that shit was incorporated in Xbox Live when the 360 started. They just added the profiles, the achievements and stuff, and started to fully flesh out that system. But if you want to know an Xbox, even though Xbox Live had the voice chat, we didn't have lobbies or anything like that was built into the operating system and stuff like that.
Right.
That stuff did come into Halo 2. And so they took those Halo 2 features and built it not only into the operating system of the 360, but they built it into live. So you was able to do lobbies from the console itself without even needing to be in the game and all that stuff. So it's crazy. Sony need that.
Need this.
That because now hopefully Bungie can fully help them flesh out their infrastructure and their live service models and things like that, because they're going to need the residual. They definitely going to need the residual income, man, to help subsidize their first party output. Since Sony's saying that they wanted to cut down on the titles they was making, I mean, spend more money to make the big titles, but make less of them.
Right.
You know, they're going to need that residual income.
I don't know, man.
They didn't want $3 billion from Microsoft. They wanted $2 billion from Microsoft.
It's looking kind of shaky. I still think they can get bought out. My opinion, I still think they can get bought out. Go ahead.
And then, I just wanted to point out too, while we live on air, that Bungie is not the same Bungie team from back in when they were making Halo Xbox. A lot of those, they still got some of the employees, but a lot of employees left and did other things. Some went back to Microsoft. Some working at 343. So just wanted to kill
keep
that
in the back of
narrative.
Your mind.
Yeah, they talking about they got the Halo, they got the original Halo team.
Man, looking kind of shaky over there.
No,
we got the bare bone. You got the vegan version of it.
Yeah. They say this partnership will bring inspiring new experience. Yeah, this more so like a $3.6 billion partnership, or I don't know.
That's probably why maybe it was so low. Well, it wasn't even low because, bro, this is just weird. This is weird.
I really don't.
Because it wasn't a low ball because they was only sitting at, they wasn't even sitting at a billion in revenue. So it wasn't a low ball on their end. There was a profit. But there's no content or no substance that you're getting past 2024 at this point from what it says. And even they said their future games isn't going to be exclusive.
Yeah, PlayStation needs to expand to,
and that's all contractual. I don't know if that's all of it fully in the agreement, but if they put it out and they saying no with the hard no, that shit ain't happening.
I guess this is their way of expanding to other platforms, and getting there. I don't know. This is so weird. This is so weird. What do y'all think in the chat, man?
I think Sony just sold their ass. I think this is what's going to happen, right? This is how I think. I think Sony is bringing in much content as possible, but later on in the future, they're going to sell to one of the motherfucking companies, either next Apple, Netflix, Google, one of them. They're going to get bought out.
And what if they do that, trying to make it hard for them to be brought out?
No, they're increasing their value.
Yeah, their value. This definitely increased their value. I think it makes it the more they acquire, the more they make it harder for them to
loose squares.
Nah, remember that PlayStation and Discord partnership, that integration? Exactly what we've been able to do on Xbox for years.
Hold on,
now.
let me get this. Let me see here. Did you guys see this article? Jim Ryan says PlayStation is going multi-plat. Oh, hold on. I didn't see that. We're gonna have to drop
breaking news. Sony have sold their ass already.
Hey, let me get none of your business. Hold on. We need that link, none of your business. We need that link.
He said you gotta double check. We gotta do factual checks over here. You do factual checks. We don't come with no BS.
Let me get this off screen real quick. Okay, we need that link. We need that link, brother. I mean, woman. My bad, Queen. I didn't mean that. Let me give you a tool. Hey, type something in the chat. None of your business. There you go. I see you.
Let me do that. You know what?
Hey, none of your business, and none of your business. I just made you a moderator. Drop that link in the chat. I want to see this.
Biggest question,
I want to see this.
We didn't really think about this. So, how does this benefit PlayStation gamers?
They get a shooter. They get a certified shooter.
We all get a certified shooter. We all keep a certified shooter. Then again, so what we trying to say is
they making sure that that shooter won't be leaving their platform of choice. Bro, I don't. That's just me shooting in the wind right now. This don't make any sense. Because if they would say exclusive content and DLC come first, and we get the exclusive box, and that made sense. Microtransactions, all that come to us, cool, great. I don't know what type of money they bring in on the back end of their microtransactions, but when they say exclusive content is being removed, that don't make any sense.
What do the PlayStation fans think?
They at peace. That Sony is actually doing something. That's what they at peace with. My opinion. They just at peace that Sony is doing something, and Microsoft ain't all in the headlines at this moment.
This is what I've seen. I've seen a lot of excitement about the news until they read, it's multiplat. In the next game, multiplat.
They start reading the contractual agreements.
What is Sony doing?
We're gonna put this on charge real quick.
Look.
Did he
look? You know what? I'm surprised because
he dropped the link yet?
No, she ain't dropped the link. None of your business. You gonna drop that link?
Oh, you over here lying? We out here pump faking. We will expose your ass.
None of your business. I did read your super chat. None of your business. My bad if I got to your super chat late, but I made sure I get them out. Thank you. None of your business. I made you a mod too, Queen. Let's see here. Let's scan through this. Okay, let me bring this tab over here. Let's see here. Let me grow this. Okay, let's do this here. Now we're going to share this on stream, and we're going to go through this together, and we're going to see if the article actually says that, they're going multi-platform. Let me see here. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Is that PlayStation? There we go. Okay, let's do this. Let's see this together. We don't need to do that.
Oh, sure, I'm back. Okay.
Let me close this out. Let me close that out.
Oh, we got articles.
Let me close that out. I can close that out too. And let me close that out too. Okay. All right. So let's see here. PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan says more acquisitions are on the way following Bungie deal. Ryan also reacts to report on Bungie's workplace culture. PlayStation boss Jim Ryan said we should expect more studio acquisitions in the future in the wake of today's news that Sony is buying Destiny developer Bungie for $3.6 billion. Gaming Industry.biz Christopher Drake tweeted that Ryan said we should expect more when it comes to further PlayStation acquisitions. In the full Game Industry interview with Ryan and Bungie CEO Peter Parsons, which was published after Drake's tweet, Ryan said that Sony has many more moves to make. He also talked about Sony's ambition to grow its live services and grow beyond PlayStation historic console heartland. I told y'all. Y'all thought Microsoft got to do that. Sony don't have to do that. They could stick to the traditional model. Spider-Man sold 13 million. They always run to that damn Spider-Man. I don't know why they always bring up Spider-Man when they're trying to. But let me keep going. I've been on record talking about increasing the size of the PlayStation community and expanding beyond our historic console heartland. This can take many forms, Ryan said. We are starting to go multi-platform.
You've
seen that.
Wait.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me highlight that. Y'all say none of your business was what? Hold on. She was what?
I take it back. I'm a man of my word. You was on it. I just wanted to see the proof. I want the people to know. Cause we
y'all
ain't
better put some y'all better put some respect on none of your business lane.
Is there no cap?
Say none of your business. Hold on. I've been on record talking about increasing the size of the PlayStation community, expanding beyond our historic console heartland. This can take many forms, Ryan said. We are starting to go multi-platform. You've seen that. We have an aggressive roadmap with live services and the opportunity to work with and particularly learn from the brilliant, talented people from Bungie that is going to considerably accelerate the journey we find ourselves on. You know what that means? Yeah, we see what y'all did with Xbox Live back in the day with Halo 1 and Halo 2. We especially see how Microsoft took what y'all whole online thing that y'all did with Halo 2 and was able to incorporate that into their Xbox Live service. So we see y'all doing that with that. So what we want y'all to do for us what y'all did for Xbox Live.
He said aggressively accelerate. So this isn't no 5.
Put some respect on none of your ain't none of your business. Ain't none of your business. Y'all better put some respect on her name.
I was just y'all talking about that word aggressive.
She lying.
I want to highlight that word aggressive. That don't mean 5-10 years down the road. We talking about soon.
Hold on.
Guerrilla tactics soon.
Now y'all finna see this. Y'all might not see this last. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screenshot this because I'm finna go aggravate the police on Twitter who called me a liar.
Who's going multi-player?
How to talk to changed over.
He said that PS5 too big and clunky. Sometimes it don't cut on. We need to put these games on other platforms.
Are y'all surprised on how the dialogue that changed up? Like this narrative to move switch quick as hell.
That's crazy, bro.
I'm just saying.
That's crazy.
It went from we believe in generations to
this deal was in the works for the past 5 or 6 months. Yeah, I couldn't understand that. It's not a reaction to Take-Two, Zynga, or my. Yeah, I can see that these deals like this just don't happen out of the blue. This is what happened when Microsoft walked away from the table. They found what they didn't get from Microsoft, they went and got from Sony. And if they're trying to do movies and TVs and stuff like that, Sony is closer to that industry than Microsoft is. Right now, and so they can make that happen for them too. It makes sense.
Yeah, make hell of a sense.
Yeah, but I told y'all, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Y'all want to say post? Shut the fuck up. We know that I'm gonna keep saying. I said this 2 or 3 years ago, and I'm gonna keep telling you. I told y'all because y'all didn't want to believe it. Y'all didn't want to believe it. Post don't know what he talking. Post never knows what he's talking about. And look, today is my coming out party, player, because Jim Ryan has solidified everything I have said in the past in terms of the moves that Sony was going to have to make based on the transition that the industry was making 2 or 3 years ago.
The aggressive.
Y'all still stuck on hardware sales. These companies don't care about selling hardware. They're positioning themselves for software and services. That's where the money is. That's what the money is. They don't make much money off this hardware. Even if they make a profit, they're not recouping what they put in terms of manufacturing costs and in terms of
marketing,
research, and development.
Yep,
they're not recouping. And even they sold 120 million PS4. They did not recoup what they put in. So what you do? You go to live services. You go to cloud. You go to games as a services. You go to a residual-based model where you have money coming in monthly. Whether that's 100 to 200, 300, 400 million a month, you have it coming in monthly. Because as you spend money, as money is going out, it's coming right back in. So you're not losing. And you might take a loss in the long run, Like I tell y'all, it took Amazon. Amazon took a loss for 14 years. They took a loss on their subscription for Amazon. When Amazon got started with what they do with their services and stuff like that, and they took a loss for 14 years until they was able to make a profit. It took them 14 years to make a profit. Companies like that can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft is willing to take a loss on Game Pass until it's profitable, because when it starts making money and pumping out money, it's going to be worth it. Let me get these super chats. Warhammer 62 Esports and Gaming with the $2. Did Sony just bow down and follow the MS model? Yes, they was always following the MS model. They was always following it. Microsoft was just more vocal.
People didn't want to believe
Microsoft was just straight up front with it. They didn't want to believe it. And what they tell you, why first place go follow last place? Yeah, buddy, you looking at this race totally wrong.
Facts.
If we're talking about the race for the future, the race for the industry, then Sony is not in first place. All right. We got church shoes. Church shoes. Once again, church shoes. My brother, church shoes with the $5. You know, like I said, if y'all guys want any custom church shoes, he got wine candy church shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Licorice sticks.
Yeah, you got the church shoes with custom church shoes with one solid color. Then he put the Laffy Taffies on the joint. You know what I'm saying? Got all type of church shoes. Follow my boy Play Romantics. His name Frames on Twitter, man. He's a good dude. He's also a developer. He writes code and stuff like that. So a very educated young black man. Play Romantics with the $4.99. Oh man, Pony's about to disband because he said multi-plat specifically. Shout out to none of your business. You have killed every pony in existence. Y'all got to get that queen her flowers. Give her flowers while she here. Everybody jumped on top of it. You ain't say that in the article. Take 4632 with the $5. PlayStation boss says they going multi-plat. Break the ponies' legs. Post. Joe Biden can't save them. No.
Facts.
Hey, I've been saying this for the last 2 or 3 years, and they said I was crazy.
Man, we got some good super chats. That's a
they
good
said
one.
I was crazy. Yeah. Keep them coming. We need that.
Breaking them legs.
Baby need shoes. Other baby need pampers. We need car seats, strollers. I ain't got a newborn, but just in case, you feel me, brother? Be putting that in work. You feel me? But we gonna keep it going. We gonna keep it. Verge Bristle with the $2. This does nothing for me. Bungie has no back catalog.
Facts. 2 games, really. That's it. And one of them games they're not even working on no more. Definitely ain't got no what's name on that one.
I ain't even gotta say nothing.
I about to say, bro.
Virgin, none of your business. Virgin, none of your shout out to Virgin, none of your business. You feel me? Shout out to Verge Brizzle. Elzo Twizzle, Felzo, Nelzo, my Nelzo, Belzo. You know, Nelzo, Telzo, Welzo, Felzo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the queen. None of your that King Thrash who just popped up in the chat been saying for years that Sony, he was one of them other dudes. You know, Sony sell consoles, they sell software.
Hey, he had a whole argument behind the scenes about that the other day.
They don't have to follow Microsoft, my nigga. They in first place. They ain't gonna put their games on PC and other. Alright, they don't have to do that, my nigga.
You see what happened when you
my nigga? They don't have to do that.
Way.
Microsoft is going third party. And this is what happened.
This is what happened.
What happened, Thrash?
On backwards.
What happened, Thrash? Hold on, let me get Thrash on here.
Straight on your face.
Let me get Thrash on here. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna send a link to this motherfucker. Hold on.
That's what happened when your shit falls straight on your face.
Yeah, if we gonna do this,
shit on Discord,
and we just talking that shit. What he was look, my nigga. Sony don't have to go third party, my nigga. They sell a lot of software. You feel me? They sell hard. He was the same one that was agreeing with Puerto Rican Kratos them when I was talking about this shit. Now look at this shit. Let me sit here. Let me get him over here.
Grab my daughter real quick. I might have to move myself.
Let me see here. There we go. Let me see here. Bam. I just sent you the link, my nigga. I want to get his perspective on this. I'm going to get his perspective on this. I don't
want to hear that bullshit.
You know he's going to come on here and say some bullshit.
I don't need to
hear we done. That brother is lost.
Another lost pony.
That brother is lost. Here you go. Here you go.
Don't know shit about business.
Here we go. What's up, my brother?
What up?
What's good, there, guy?
What up, bro?
What do I gotta educate you bots on it?
Oh, what you mean? Ain't no education. It seems like you need that. What you think about what happened today, brother? What's your opinion on what went down today?
Nothing went down. I'm just laughing at y'all niggas thinking that something actually happened. What actually happened? Okay, you tell me what happened. What happened?
$3.6 billion ain't nothing.
Sony opened up their purse. What the fuck?
Again. What happened? Sony just spent money.
They opened up their purse.
So they opened up their purse and did what?
At Goodwill.
And what they do?
They purchased something.
So they purchased who?
Bungie got bought by Sony.
Oh, man, we not finna go through that.
Well, I'm trying to hear y'all perspective. Because I don't think y'all understand what
you must.
What is it that we're missing?
This is episode
break it down for us.
Hold on, this is episode 3 of State of Gaming. We just gave you our opinion. You won't hit for yours.
All right, look.
Okay, let's see here. Go ahead, break it down, but I gotta hear this shit.
So can
go
we
ahead? You got the flow, brother.
The problem with you Xbox fans is this is exactly what niggas been saying all along. Nigga. This is absolutely nothing. PlayStation was going to get Destiny regardless of the purchase. Xbox was going to get Destiny regardless of a purchase. The difference between the two, like with Activision and Microsoft buying Activision for $68 billion and Microsoft buying, we're not necessarily buying Bungie, but buying Bungie's name, or basically they sitting at the table with Bungie. They're a subsidiary. Yeah. So what that means is that Sony isn't going to publish a damn thing. All right, exactly. Bungie. So this isn't the same thing. So Sony isn't a third-party company because they're not paying for anything. They're only taking a cut of what they are making, and they are sitting at the table on some of the decisions that were made. But at the end of the day, Bungie has the end say on what happens, when, where, and why. They can still make Xbox exclusive.
And you spent $3.6 billion on that?
Yeah, no. They're gonna make that $3 billion back in 11 days or less.
Thrash, what you're saying is countering what the head of PlayStation is saying. Jim Ryan said differently.
Wait, what do you mean 11 days or less?
They'll make that money back extremely fast.
Jim Ryan said this is our way into becoming a multi-platform company.
What Jim Ryan say?
Jim Ryan said, I've been on record talking about increasing the size of the PlayStation community and expanding beyond our historic console heartland. This can take many forms, Ryan said. We are starting to go multi-platform. You've seen
That's what he said, right?
Yes.
He said those exact words.
Those exact words.
Yeah, when did he say this? He said this today?
Yeah, in an article. Yep.
He said this today in an article.
Yeah. Now, okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Because I'm just ready. Go ahead, bro. I'm just ready. Just let me know when you're ready to take your L's, but I'm gonna give you the stage.
No. I don't take L's, nigga. I educate. Let me help you out.
Okay, go
First of all, Sony, like I said before, a long time ago, Sony has been making games for PC exclusively for years, right? They've been doing multi-platform shit for years. What? Am I wrong? Do I need to help you guys out with some kind of names and stuff like that of games, or do you know what I'm talking about?
I want to say you're lying, sir.
I'm lying.
Did you talk about SOE Online?
I'm talking about PlanetSide. I'm talking about that Marvel game that they had. Right? They had several games that were online. They shut it down. But in the PS3 era, they've already been doing this. So when they say that they are making games on third party or things on third party, than because he said bigger than games, right? It's deeper than what you guys are thinking, right? They mean as the Sony platform. Them making movies is a third party thing. You know what I'm saying? They're not sitting there taking their library of games or their PlayStation studios and putting it day and date anywhere. Bungie is a subsidiary company, so it's not like they are running the company. Bungie runs itself independently.
Exactly. I know they offer the same deal to Microsoft.
They have their name on there because Sony put in majority stock, if not all the stocks on the shit or whatever the fuck or however the fuck the deal went down. Mm-hmm. But that's all it is just them sitting at the table, similar to them putting stocks in on Epic, right?
Why not just do a regular partnership?
Because they don't need to.
Why spend $3.6 billion to get profits of a game that
to let Bungie stay alive and do what they do? They believed in Bungie. Bungie definitely wasn't gonna fuck with Microsoft no more.
No, yes, they were.
Bungie wanted to do whatever Bungie wanted to do.
I know. They run that same deal to Microsoft first.
Microsoft brings. I mean, Sony brings. Man, Microsoft. How you gonna tell me Microsoft said that deal was too much for?
Yeah, no.
Microsoft, Sony. Listen.
This deal came to Microsoft in 2020 and 2021.
I don't want to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird. It's
why the fuck you want it? You on this show don't want to hear this?
Let me tell you what it is. I'm looking at you niggas because you niggas are trying. 1 second, y'all was
just cleared. Hold on, Post just cleared up a lie and just told you this was at their table way before this was announced.
My nigga. Listen, they didn't buy Bungie. Sony.
They didn't buy it because the deal was stupid.
You niggas are trying to say, y'all niggas are trying to say that Sony is going to become a third party studio, right? When they're not. When they come to their place, they have PlayStation shit. Sony, as a company, is inherently third party. When it comes to PlayStation and what PlayStation does as a console and the developers they have, like Naughty Dog and all that good shit, the shit that we care about as gamers, that's going to be a PlayStation thing. And they'll bring their games elsewhere. If.
Oh my God.
This purchase didn't do anything for PlayStation gamers or Xbox gamers. It only put PlayStation in a position to make money in a third party way without putting and they are a third party. Their games are still getting
Thrash. Let me ask you this, Thrash. Thrash, you long-winded. Let me ask you this though.
Nigga, you short-winded, short dick ass nigga.
Yeah, we go keep this short, man. I'm just gonna ask you real quick. If I just so happen to be in business and I'm here to buy content for my brand to keep my customers and my investors happy, why would I open my purse for a brand that's not bringing anything worth value?
Who said they're not? Who are you pertaining this towards? What are you pertaining this?
I'm pertaining this towards Sony and the Bungie comment.
So you believe that Sony? I just told you they'll make this money back in like 11 days, some goddamn where. And you're telling me that they don't stand.
They are definitely not gonna make that money.
Why not?
Are you talking about making that money back towards about the Bungie deal? No, they're not gonna make that back.
Why not?
In no goddamn 11 days.
Why not? You're not answering the question.
I'm talking. I just told you. I just said when it pertains to Bungie. When it comes,
Bungie got a new expansion coming out.
Fam, they're not finna make a goddamn B off of that. These motherfuckers' value is only at
Bungie got a new expansion coming out. Look, bro,
they are not about to get a B or 3 billion off of no goddamn expansion.
Why not?
In no damn 11 days.
Why not? Why not?
Yo,
they are not.
You laughing, but y'all niggas ain't giving me no information. Why not?
Yo, you said they gave us
do you not hear what the fuck?
Let's go.
I hear what
Get his ass, Melo.
What I'm saying.
Get his ass, Melo.
You just sat here and said that
why not? Why would Sony put $3 billion on a company to not make money off?
You just sat here out your own mouth and just said that this company, which is banking on Destiny, which the goddamn user base is declining, is going to make $4 billion in 7 days, nigga. You know how dumb you sound?
Yeah, nigga. You think You think that gamers aren't buying shit for Destiny? You think the original Destiny is still getting microtransactions
but
going
they're
on?
not
You think
buying no
what they are
$4
doing?
billion in no
You cut me
daggone
off, my
11
nigga. You want me to
days,
fucking
my
answer?
nigga.
Do you want me to answer? Yes or no?
They not
Cut
about
me
to
off.
make no $4 billion in 11
Don't cut me
days.
off. I'm answering your questions. You just don't like the answers, my nigga. Period.
Yeah.
You just don't like the fucking answers.
Nigga, it says quit the cap, nigga. You doing a little
Nigga,
bit too much capping, nigga. You got a whole brand on. You got a furry goddamn
$3 billion.
You got a Kango on
You
right
telling me?
now.
You telling me they spent $3 billion to make no money back?
Nigga, not in no 11 days, nigga. That's the point of the argument.
Sony doesn't
less than 2 weeks.
Going to
say less than a full 2 weeks. They about to make $4 billion.
What you put out. Sony doesn't have to put out any more money than
nigga,
what
they ain't even a billion goddamn PlayStations out there. You talking about they gonna make $4 billion in 11 days?
Do you know what self-publishing
means? What is wrong with this dude?
Do you know what self-publishing means? Do you know what that means?
Do you understand that? Nigga, ain't no company about to make no daggone $4 billion in 11 days.
Do you know what self-publishing means? Yes or no? Do you know what self-publishing means?
Hold on. Let me get this super chat. Let me get this super chat and then y'all can go. Let me get the answers, nigga. Yo, shout out to Bay Area with the $5. Shout out to King Trash. He said King Trash for supporting yet another Xbox podcast. Bro, always willing to show up and do his thing, man. Hey, bro, we miss beating the brakes off you every Monday on WBG. See you in the chat. And then we got Ash and Luca. We got the Ash and Luca with the $5. Shout out to you, Queen. I thank you for the support. Just wanted to drop by and support for my Chicago broski. Shout out to you and those lips, Ash and Luca, if you're still in the chat. Oh, those lips are so juicy.
Shout out to Luca.
Shout out to Luca and her lips. She gonna get a shout out, and her lips gonna get a shout out.
Oh, you feel me? Investigation.
Big Stout with the $5. Shit just went left. Now I'm gonna let it did just go left. Now I'm gonna let these two brothers.
I just want to hear answers to my question.
No argument. This man just came in here.
No, I just want to hear answers. You trying to make something sound like something when you know nothing, though, my nigga. Like
this company is gonna make $4 billion in 11 days off of DLC.
What does self-publishing mean? Hey, answer the question, bro. Like, stop bullshitting, bro. For real, answer the question.
I'm not, bro. First of all, you on my show. Second of all, my nigga.
Oh shit!
You just sat here and told me. You just sat here and said out your own mouth that a company is only valued at $250 million. It's gonna sit here and make $4 billion in 11 days off of DLC.
What does self-publishing mean, bro?
What just came out of your mouth?
What does self-publishing mean?
Nigga, what part of this is my
what
show?
You get, nigga? Fucking answer the question. If you don't know the answer, just say you don't know the answer, bro.
Again, okay. What part of this is my show don't you get, nigga? The point of the matter is, until you answer that dumb shit and clear up what you just said, you sound stupid as hell.
What does self-publishing mean?
Stupid as hell.
How? What does self-publishing mean?
I just told you how. You just said that this company is about to
Sony put in the Bungie.
You just said this company is about to reach
how much money is Sony making off of Bungie?
Nigga, GTA didn't even do that in no motherfucking goddamn 11 days. You telling me this company that's half-assed
how much money, my
GTA is going to make $4 billion in 11 days?
How much money, my nigga? How much money is Sony getting off of Bungie? How much?
That shit sounds stupid as hell.
How much money is Bungie? You can't answer none of these questions.
No, I'm not going to do this dance with you, nigga, because you just said something stupid as hell.
You don't
just said something stupid as hell.
It's okay. It's okay. You don't like the answer, but the fact of the matter is,
understood.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
Hold on. I still didn't understand. He didn't still explain why Sony just dropped $4 billion on a side bitch.
Out, my nigga. The same way Microsoft is going to make their $68 billion.
Sat here and just said that Sony just bought out $4 billion for a side bitch that ain't gonna bring nothing to the table.
How they gonna bring nothing to the table? Nobody play Destiny no more.
Nigga, ain't no 4 billion people gonna do that shit in 11 days, nigga.
People gonna do what?
You just said that shit live on the damn show, nigga.
It's not a free-to-play game. It ain't gonna take 4 billion. It is now. But you got to pay for the update.
Two
right?
DLCs is finna cover DL of
no,
$4 million in 11 days.
That's
what you said, idiot.
Yo,
you
did say that. You did say that. You did say that.
You said that shit live. You said in 11 days they're gonna cover $4 million.
Hey, hold on.
Everything from now on,
I don't care what you publishing, nigga. You can publish a Kim Kardashian poster. You ain't gonna cover no $4 billion in 11 days, nigga.
Bungie did, my nigga.
You sound dumb as hell.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, post up. Let me ask you a question because you're homie uneducated. Let me ask you a question. Is Bungie collecting anything off the old Halos from Xbox?
What'd you say?
Is Bungie collecting anything off of the old Halos on Xbox or even the Halo name? Right? Are they collecting any kind of royalties of any kind from them?
I don't think so. I don't know.
You better look it up.
No, they're not.
They're not.
Microsoft own the IPs and
they own the IPs. That don't mean they ain't paying royalties.
They own all that. I don't know if they're paying royalties or anything like that.
It's different things that niggas need to think about before they start.
So what you're saying that in the next 11 days, the DLC and the royalties from Halo is going to I just think that in the next 11 days.
The reason why I threw 11 days out there is because y'all niggas don't know gaming history, my nigga.
Okay.
There's a reason why I threw 11 days out there. I threw 11 days out there because this purchase is almost equivalent to the Minecraft purchase, except it's more settled than Minecraft was, and Microsoft made that $2.5 billion back in 11 days off Minecraft, which only cost $5 fucking.
So
that's why I threw 11 days out there. You're gaming history.
You comparing Destiny to Minecraft?
Yes, I am. What's the difference? What's the difference?
The demographic, the user base,
what's the difference?
Fucking popularity.
How much does Destiny make? How much does Destiny make a year?
Based on the article we pulled up from Glojo.com, they make about $254 million a year in revenue.
$254 million a year in revenue, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Off of what?
That's off Destiny, right?
Of Destiny. That's all they got.
Cumulative of like
that's not all they got, bro.
They don't have nothing.
So I'm asking this: Are you saying that Destiny DLC and the royalties they make off Halo is going to help?
Sony's going to take a cut off of everything they do from now on.
In 11 days?
Like I said,
wait. Well, yeah, they're gonna wait. They gotta.
The only reason why I think 11 days is because what Minecraft did. You can giggle and laugh all you want, but the fact of the matter is this, my nigga.
You are comparing the kids game to
Microsoft did.
I can see if that was like Candy Crush cleared like 2.1 billion last year, and that was in the year.
In a year.
Hold on, let me say this.
It did it in a year. This nigga said it's gonna cover it in 11 days.
They're gonna take a cut of the revenue, right? But they also gotta pay the employees. They gotta pay the benefits.
No, Sony don't gotta pay anybody. They are working independently, my nigga. Y'all niggas don't know what y'all talking about, man.
Sony paying them. They're
Sony is not paying. Now. They've already paid them, and they probably not even paying.
I don't care who they was paying. They could be paying Jesus.
They are working independently.
They not covering no $4 billion in 11 days.
Independently, my guy.
I don't care what type of stock market. They are motherfucking Bitcoin, Dogecoin they got.
I ask you what that means. Self-publishing means that they paying for their own shit. That means their employees and what it takes to make this game and all that shit. Sony's gonna have
it's self-publishing. We know
tell them whether or not to make a game or not, but they're gonna have all the choices to make it and put all their money to make their game. They are self.
I know. We know that. We know that.
He don't know what.
Wait. We need the audio.
I'm telling you. Last year, towards the end, when I heard about even when the rumors came out about Microsoft buying Bungie last year, and Bungie came out and denied them, that was true, because this same deal that they went to Sony and got, they tried to give from Microsoft, but they asked Microsoft for $2 billion, not $3.6 billion. But I think you get more out of Sony based on how the landscape changed and the competition and how everybody is in a rush to get content and software for their platform to prepare for the subscription wars that's gonna come. Yeah, they offer, and the reason why Microsoft turned it down was because they was asking for full autonomy, independency. We control this and this and that. Y'all don't have no say. We're not When you asking for $2 billion for nothing,
Sony don't want
about
to
to do that
because Sony doesn't want. See, Sony don't want the risk. Microsoft wanted to own.
Microsoft, we're not going to give you $2 billion. And no.
What did Sony just? Microsoft is the same company that didn't want Destiny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go off of.
They didn't want Destiny, but they got COD, which is bigger than Destiny. So I guess they did play their cards right because.
No.
Is anybody talking about Destiny right now? Has anybody been talking about Destiny?
What are you talking about? They could have kept Bungie and still got COD.
Yo, hey, let me get this
but that
audio,
was
right?
a whole different regime back then that made that decision.
So, Thrash, you saying that Sony not responsible for Bungie employee salaries now?
My nigga, what does self-publishing mean? That's why I don't like talking to you, dog.
Self-publishing got nothing to do with paying employees.
What is publishing? What is publishing, bro?
So Sony not responsible for the employee salary.
Yeah, man. Like this nigga, who is
yes
this?
Or no? I want a yes or no.
Stop my bro Thrash out while he on our platform, bro.
What's self-publishing, my nigga? If you ain't gonna answer that, I ain't gonna answer shit. What's self-publishing, my nigga?
I asked you a question first, bro.
No, I've been asked this question, my nigga.
Sony not responsible for paying their employees now.
What's self-publishing, my nigga? What is self-publishing? What does working independently mean?
Oh Lord, bro! They still gotta pay their employees.
What is publishing? Hey, hold on, post up. Before y'all kick me out of here, because I know I'm working y'all feathers. Can you tell your homie what self-publishing is? I know what you mean. I know you know what it is. Right?
I got you. Publishing. I'm gonna take it straight to the dictionary. Publishing is the activity of preparing or issuing books, journals, and other materials for sale. That's what publishing is,
bruh. Can you tell this nigga what self-publishing means, bro? Because he's over here looking up dictionaries and not even.
That means
self-publishing pretty much cover all your expenses. You cover all your expenses as a self-publisher.
Okay, what are expenses?
Everything's gonna go
which
through
is
Bungie.
from game development, promotion, marketing.
So what does that consist of? Does that consist of paying employees for development?
Employees as well. Yeah.
So that's what that is. So that's what self-publishing is. So he's asking me a dumbass question because he don't know the answer.
Bro, Sony is still responsible for the employees, bro.
Okay, damn, never mind. I'm out.
It's still a Sony company.
Like this, dog. I can't take. We just told you what it means.
How the hell they gonna cover $4 billion in 11 days?
God damn, niggas is weird, man.
Hey, good looking out, bro. Thanks for popping up on the show, brother. Thanks.
Hey, go look up Bungie's how much royalties Bungie's getting from Microsoft for the hell.
Royalties ain't gonna cover that shit in no 11 days. Fuck,
go look up the royalties for Mist.
These niggas ain't Jesus. They not finna cover that shit in no fucking 11 damn days.
From Game Pass. Go look up the royalties
they getting from Game Pass. Goddamn Minecraft. Is you crazy?
Listen. Don't look up the royalties they getting from Minecraft. Remember they got Mist on Game Pass now, right? Don't they? Ain't that one of the things
you're comparing?
So go look up the royalties for that.
Destiny. They only got one game.
I said Bungie. No, they don't got one game. I mean, you just don't know gaming history.
Nigga, they only got one fucking successful AAA game, which is fucking Destiny at this moment.
No, they got Halo.
You just said out of your own fucking mouth.
They got the original Halos 1, 2, and 3.
Out of your own mouth, you're banking on them to cover $4 billion buyout with 2 damn DLC content.
Halo,
nigga, your goofy ass just said that shit.
If they getting royalties off that TV show about to come out too, you need to go and check that as well.
Nigga, but you just said they're covering $4 billion in 11 days.
You don't even know what publishing is.
2 DLCs.
A post up.
Okay.
Hey,
I was saying it.
Real quick. You still got that when we pulled up the web page and Bungie explained. Remember they explained the benefits.
Bungie is not getting any royalties off Halo.
Fact.
They never owned the rights or the IP to Halo.
Facts.
So they're not getting any royalties or anything off Halo.
Facts. Hey, you posted a link web page earlier, right? Bungie said the benefit of Sony acquiring them, they're going to be able to hire more talent because of the acquisition,
across the studios,
right?
to support our NBA.
So who's that sound like is paying for the talent?
The 3.6 billion they just got from Sony.
The 4 billion, I guess.
Sony,
that they gonna easily recoup back in 11 days.
Sony issues the money to Bungie to pay their employees, but they're the parent company.
And this the type of motherfucker that be running around in these weird ass Twitter spaces spewing this dumb ass shit, and you niggas running around argue that shit and combat it like it's fucking facts. How the fuck can you compare that shit to Minecraft?
I need to say that Destiny is not bigger than Minecraft. For
nowhere
one,
near it.
Let me say this. Let me say this. My brother never ceased to amaze me. He never ceased to entertain. Shout out to King Thrash. Thank you for coming through to supporting our platform.
You, King Thrash.
But let me tell you something.
Wholeheartily, nigga.
This
You're
nigga.
Dumb.
Hold on. Let me get some of these super chats that we missed. I'm gonna get some of these super chats, and then I'm make sure because I understand.
One of the reasons why gaming is like it is when it comes to this fucking community. I
understand what Z be saying about sometimes you just gotta let niggas talk.
Man, no, fuck that shit. I don't go that.
This ain't no shot to you. This ain't a shot to you. I'm just saying.
Shit crazy, bro. He said they're gonna cover 11 million. I mean, 3.6 billion in fucking 11 days, bro. He didn't even give him a whole 2 weeks. GTA didn't cover that shit.
Yo,
the fuck?
Yo,
$1 billion.
Yo, shout out to Rob, who randomly robs everybody with the $5. He say, dude got the show sounding like garbage. He clearly upset and not happy with Sony buying Bungie. I think a lot of PlayStation fans are not happy. Some of them are happy. I know some PlayStation fans in Z Discord. They are not happy. They wanted
because it's hard to make sense of that shit. How the hell
they
you
wanted
buy
Konami
a company and open your purse for fucking $4 billion after these niggas done dropped 70 on massive content, and you trying to justify that shit for a game that's fucking on the decline, as they say. That shit don't make no fucking sense.
Shout out to Merchant.
Got me mad. I'm finna go chill out.
Give me some water, brother. Go get you some water, some cold water. Play a cold water. What's some ice or something? Shout out to Merchant Productions with the $2. What's up, Post? What's good, Merchant? Thank you for showing up and supporting our new platform, our new show, man. We got Big Stout with the $2. Is he assuming again his biggest downfall? Shake my head. Yes, he is, Stout. I think he said that and couldn't run it back, so he just started making up shit as he was going along. Shout out to Noxious with the $5. Red Dead sold 39 million. Multiply that by $60 is 2.3 billion. Where does King Thrash come up with 3.6 billion in 11 days? Look, brother, let me tell you something. Brother.
I can't do stupidity.
I need somebody.
Love you, King Thrash, but I can't do stupidity.
If y'all in the chat, somebody clip that. We need that on Twitter. We need that on Twitter. If you clip that, send it to me on Twitter or something like that in my DMs. I definitely want to use that to promote the show.
I post real quick to piggyback on that, right? So what Thrash is saying is when Bungie make the money, Sony gonna take all the revenue, but then it's up to Bungie to pay their own employees.
Yeah. Shout out to Von T with the 1. Shout out to Von. I know Von. If this is Von from the Discord, he's a PlayStation fan through and through, bro. A hardcore PlayStation fan at that. And he didn't like this buy. Shout
out to Vaughn.
You know what I'm saying? Vaughn, he said Thrash almost made me turn the show off. You know, I wanted to bring Thrash on. Y'all know how he is. But I have an open door. Yeah, I have an open door to his platform too.
We don't need straight cats over here. I'm just saying, at the point of this shit, bro, this shit don't make no fucking sense because again, these the type of niggas that be running out here making these video clips, going into these Twitter spaces, and we gotta combat this dumb shit. Bro, that don't make any sense. Nigga, they opened up their purse. If that was the case, the motherfuckers could have just been doing a whole $1 million some deal with them, keep the exclusive content, and let Bungie be Bungie. It doesn't make any sense to give them over goddamn $4 billion for nothing.
And that's why Microsoft didn't do it.
And these niggas can't make it make sense. So instead of just having an opinion, just shut the fuck up.
That's why
because apparently you don't know what's going on.
You don't. And that's why, and it was smart. And even though you don't get Bungie, you walk away from the table because I think Phil made the right decision in not paying $2 billion for particularly just for this, what Sony is doing. But Sony can't turn around and had to pay more. And I think that price went up at the 5 or 6 months.
If anything, Sony will make
they
their money
got
back
Sony.
through investors.
They got
Thank you.
You ask Microsoft for $2 billion, but you go get $3.6 billion from Sony. That's crazy. That's like, look, and you know what? Phil made the right decision, because though he didn't pay $2 billion for that, because even at the time that I heard this information, I didn't feel that Bungie was worth. I said, what does Bungie have that's worth $2 billion? You know, and the person told me Destiny is a big IP, but I don't think Destiny is worth $2 billion. I didn't think Destiny was worth $2 billion at that point. You might talk about future endeavors and later on down the line, but let me show you one thing that Thrash said, and I listened. He said that what game did Bungie used to make? And we said Halo, and he was like, does Bungie get royalties off Halo? And I said, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to sit up here and lie about something I don't know. So you go look at the information. That says on October 5th, 2007, Bungie announced that it has split from Microsoft and become a privately held independent company, Bungie LLC, while Microsoft retained ownership of the Halo franchise intellectual properties. In January 2019, Bungie announced it was ending this partnership and would take over publishing for, I guess that's a deep in article. I think that 2019 ending the partnership was with Activision, right? And right here it says what they didn't abandon. Okay, Microsoft acquired Bungie in 2000 project. Okay, where is it? What did I go? What would I read? Where was I? Right, I think, was it this here? Microsoft contracted Bungie to create the Halo series, but they never had the rights to Halo.
That was the big argument back then.
When they left, yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. Because I remember this shit. That was the big argument back then.
When they left Halo, it was because it was the end of their contract with Microsoft. As Halo was owned directly by Microsoft, they created a sub branch now known as 343 Industries, which is directly part of. So him saying that, so Microsoft owned Halo IP. They own the rights to Halo and everything about Halo. So anything Halo been doing, even with Bungie, even when Bungie was part of Microsoft, all those royalties and all that stuff went to Microsoft. Microsoft just paid Bungie for the work they was doing and funded their projects. But any royalties, anything like that was from the Halo back then all the way up to the Halo 9, that is all Xbox. That is all Microsoft. So this notion that he said that Sony can make back $3.6 billion in 11 days due to Destiny DLC, and royalties coming from Halo.
Bruh. And then one is sling muddy. Like, nigga, I'm not gonna do this stupidity with you. I'm not finna entertain this dumb shit. That don't make sense.
Yeah.
That don't make no fucking sense, bro. Ain't no motherfucking way, boy. Ain't no motherfucking way.
That shit was crazy.
We ain't selling iPhones. This ain't the iPhone 14. Like, bro, this is a fucking Destiny video game. You talking about for the cover $4 billion in 11 days, y'all. Keep that shit in mind. Most of you niggas don't even get y'all paycheck yet in 11 days. Bro, man,
he said,
get the fuck out of here.
If Minecraft can do it,
if Minecraft can do it, Minecraft. That's your argument.
Yo.
And y'all want motherfuckers
to
this shit like that. I can't even, bro. Man.
Yeah. Riley Reese, aka
but shout out to him, man. He got up under my skin, man. Shout out to that nigga.
That's what he do best, man. Riley Reese, aka the Can Man with the $2. Destiny is more popular than Halo. Stop.
Huh?
Destiny ain't deal what Halo is. Halo is a $6 billion franchise, brother. 6 B's. Not 1 B, 2 B, or 3 B's. A $6 billion franchise, brother.
And this was before the TV show, nigga. Calm the fuck down, bro.
Okay. The Halo lore is way bigger than Destiny. I don't know people.
We talking about
Destiny.
books.
I don't even know. Have you ever brought a Destiny book? Whoever read a Destiny, we're not doing that.
Man,
Bay Area with the $5. Hey, yo, you should add trash to the panel. This show was
Hell
good, but it
no.
could use some more goofiness that only a pony like trash can bring.
No.
It gotta be small dosages, bro.
No,
We
small
got
doses.
we got next gen folks. Shout out to Robin.
Yeah, y'all want the foolery and fuckery.
We got debates.
You can see
Shout
us
out to
on
the last weekend debate. King Grimes versus Ricky Brown was good one. Go check it out. Yeah, we got that for that. Not over here.
Yeah, Next Gen 720, man. Make sure y'all follow his channel, man. Y'all want the foolery and fuckery. We do that over there. And then on here, y'all can hear us clear and concise and get our opinions on
get the
on
real,
daily get the real out. All facts, no cap podcast. I want to say that again. Shout out to
I put my fitted on sometimes, but god damn, that brim was tight on that boy.
That motherfucker had a big old head on that motherfucker.
He said, "What happened today?
Ain't no way, boy.
Can't go home. Loose bottom can't go on.
Hey, big stat with the $2. I give him one thing. He's confident in his bullshit. Yeah, he's confident in his bullshit for real. Warhammer 62 Esports and Gaming with the $5. Man, Melo, you and Post had better clip that shit. Look, man, I didn't clip it right now. Hopefully somebody in the chat clip that shit. Ain't no way, boy. We gotta take that shit to the Twitter streets. Ain't no motherfucking way, boy. Let me tell you something. When that nigga got to talking about Halo royalties and shit, I knew he was fumbling the bag right there. That nigga, look, Destiny is not Minecraft, bro. There's very few Minecrafts out here, bro. And the only thing that could probably rival a Minecraft and to generate that time is probably a GTA online. That's probably generating that time, or Roblox. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even think Roblox is as big as Minecraft, but it's up there. It generates a lot of money. But that nigga said, you know they're about to drop DLC, right? You know they created Halo. You know they get royalties. What? Who told you that, boy? Who told you that? Who went and lied to you? Who went and lied to you? Look, bro, let me tell you something. You don't get that. Like, shout out to my brother Thrash, bro. Let me tell you something. You don't get that nowhere else, man. That is the man with the $1 million bullshit, brother. I'm telling you, he is a bullshitter.
You got capital science, dog.
Bro, he do it effortlessly, too. He do it effortlessly, though. But look, like I said, I'm not I applaud this move from Sony because it was something that they needed. Now, in terms of the terms and agreement and the stipulations that come with it, I'm kind of iffy about that. I don't know. I don't know if the deal was right. The company that they're working with, Bungie, and what they need, that's right. But I don't know if the deal right. If I'm going to spend $3.6 billion on you, then the terms and the stipulation that was being put out, I'm not paying $3.6 billion from that. And I understand why Microsoft didn't want to pay $2 billion for it. But in the times that's going on, if you're desperate enough, you'll make those decisions.
What happened here today? Ain't nothing happened here today, my nigga. Yeah. What did Sony gain? What did PlayStation gain?
He said,
Xbox didn't gain nothing.
They're going to make that back in 11 days. Say, why 11 days? I don't understand why I said 11 days. Because of Minecraft Microsoft made $2.5 billion back in 11 days with Minecraft, my nigga. So Destiny can do it. They make $250 million a year, though. If they making $250 million a year, then how could they make $3.6 billion back in 11 days? Thrash, because my nigga, they get royalties from Halo, my nigga. You didn't even know that, though, my nigga. Go look up, do your research. What are we doing, my nigga? But the deal, look, post up. I know this, but you're not listening. Post up. The DLC that's coming out. They're gonna make the other half for the $3.6 billion off the DLC, my nigga. Huh? How did they? Just trust me, my nigga. Do your research, my nigga. I read up on everything. What? That's what we doing? Like this is crazy. You niggas don't listen. See, that's why I don't talk to you niggas. That's why I don't talk to you niggas, my niggas. Because my niggas don't like to listen to my niggas. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make the 3.6 billion back in 11 days, my nigga. Just do your research, my nigga. You don't even know what Sony, bro. What is a subsidiary? What is self-publishing, my nigga? You don't even know, my nigga. Like, what? I don't look. I don't know. I don't know what to look. Yo, for what? Let me get a for what in the chat. Let me get a for what. He said all that shit. For what? What are we doing here? See, you don't know what self-publishing is, and I'm asking you what self-publishing is, my nigga, because I don't actually know what self-publishing is, my nigga. You see, you know, Sony just spent 3.6 billion, my nigga, just to get a profit off some long-term shit that ain't even out, my nigga. So, what? For what? For what? What are we doing here, bro? This shit is crazy,
bro. That shit is crazy.
You spent 3.6 billion to not tell a company what to do. For what? For what? FOWAHTE to HT. WAAHT. Yeah, my bad. Just trying to get the A and the H and the T. It's kind of hard to. For what? You spent 3.6 billion to not tell a company what to do, for them to self-publish their own games and make their own decisions. No wonder why Microsoft walked away from the table. For what? I don't know if this is a W. I don't know if this is a W. I'm taking who word now? Takir, who word I'm taking? I don't know if this is a W. I really don't know, brother. Shout out to all my niggas in the chat that pulled up and talked to my nigga, you know, because my nigga was out here tweeting, dog. You know, my niggas, you know, 3.6 million. I look, you take something. Yo, look. Hey, look, I will just stick to Horizon Zero Forbidden West. Just stick to that. Just stick to Horizon Forbidden West. I will just stay there, brother. This is not a W. I wouldn't champion this out or none. Shout out to Rob who randomly robs everybody with the $2. Minecraft literally on everything, phones, console. Minecraft has been taught in schools to teach kids how to program and create games. Well, we're not doing this. Ain't nobody using Destiny to teach no college kids or no grammar school kids how to create games and code. Mount Cash won with the $5. Sony knows they can have Bungie make other FPS games that are PS exclusive. They can leave Destiny free everywhere, like Minecraft, just not as big. Did you read the thing? Bungie is still independent. They still make their own decisions. Based on that, Sony can't force them to do anything in terms of what they next project is. Anything in terms of, damn, what Kevin? Oh shit! Hold on. Okay, let me pull this up. All right. Is that? Let me pull this down. Okay. All right. Anything in terms of their next project? Anything in terms of their next project? Bungie have to say so on where they wanted to go multi-platform or exclusive. And Bungie stated that they're going to stay multi-platform. Okay. Riley Reese, aka the Can Man with the $5, left out loud post up. If you had room, I would thrash in it, and I'm a Sony dude. I was with him until he said Halo royalties. Shout out to Riley. What's good, Riley? And then Agent Slug with the $10. For what? For what? Look. how do you sell this as a win? Microsoft just brought Activision Blizzard. Activision Blizzard will report to Phil Spencer, meaning Phil Spencer will have say so in the day-to-day operations of the company and everything moving forward. Same way with Bethesda. Same way with Bethesda. Right? I don't know how this is a W. I don't know. Can somebody tell me? Can somebody please explain this to me? Yeah, I'm the only one talking right now. And I think Noah is playing the game, ain't you, Noah?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Noah gaming right now. When I heard that controller, I knew he was gaming. But look, let me tell you something. We're gonna talk about this. Z got a show coming up later on today. You know, Kratos and everybody going to be on there capping. I'm trying to see the benefits in this, and maybe we probably won't see those benefits for a while. But if this the deal that they offer Microsoft, then I can see why Phil said no. Shout out to person I found with the $10. Post up. Side note: didn't Microsoft bankroll the tech behind Sunset Overdrive that Insomniac used to those Spider-Man games? I guess that's how you make a game in 2 years. Yes, they did bankroll the tech. I know some other stuff about that deal with Insomniac. I can't say no. No, let me shut the fuck up. Cause I don't. Let me stop bringing shit up. Look, cause no, just forget about it. But yeah, that money was used to. That money was used to bankroll. They used to Sunset Overdrive tech to make Spider-Man. Yeah, pretty much. Shout out to Micah with the $5. In a sense, Microsoft and Sony are working together to keep companies away from big companies like Tencent, Google. Yeah. If you look at what they said about their cloud initiative, they're working together on their cloud initiative. So they're going to be sharing technology amongst each other to make it better for both, to put both in a strong position. Microsoft doesn't want Sony to fail. Microsoft needs Sony and Nintendo to stay in the game. And they need them strong. They need Sony and Nintendo in a position where they can't be brought out. You know what I'm saying? Or someone can't swoop in and force a takeover. So that's why I feel what's today congratulating them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you don't want to see, Sony and Nintendo is a important part of this industry, and I agree with Sony and Nintendo is a very important part of this industry, and I think for the integrity of the industry to remain what it is, regardless of the competitive business dealings that go on behind the scene when they're being competitive of each other, I think for the integrity of the overall industry, you will need Sony and Nintendo to stay strong and vibrant. And I think that's going to continue to be. And I guess as they make more acquisitions down the line, they increase their value and things like that, and prevent them putting themselves in a position where they're able to be took over, or a big giant tech company come in and buy them out. Okay, let me see here. Why I think Kyle said on PlayStation? I think all legacy titles will remain there. I think the Warzone and the Warzone 2 will remain there. Because those Warzone and Warzone 2 are live services games. They are made to be expanded across multiple platforms. In terms of the Call of Duty series itself, that remains to be seen. I think if Microsoft is looking to bolster Game Pass numbers even more, at some point you make it exclusive to Game Pass and any hardware that supports Game Pass, just like you did with Bethesda titles. So I think that'll happen at some point. If not, then they keep it on other platforms. They make their money everywhere. They expand they fan base. Because the other side of that is if you put COD everywhere and you keep it on all the other platforms, then the more people it reach, and COD becomes synonymous with Xbox again. And so hopefully they'll gravitate more people over to Xbox as Call of Duty becomes more synonymous with the brand again, the way it was back in the 360 days. But in terms of this Bungie deal, I don't see, and maybe I got to get somebody else's perspective. I'm gonna look at some other people podcasts that might have a different angle and a different perspective from what I'm seeing. But I'm trying to see the win here, the W, given the stipulations that's been laid out in terms of the freedom, being a subsidiary, um, self-publishing, not publishing through Sony. Um, it's like we're just gonna pay to keep you alive. Pay to keep you alive and pay to prevent other companies from swooping in and purchasing you. That's what I see. But maybe I'm looking at this wrong, and so maybe somebody else can educate me on this because I don't know everything.
I'm with you on that post. I'm trying to see the W in it.
Yeah,
but it's really hard, bro. Like
it's really hard. I need somebody else's perspective of this, or why this deal was made.
Because regardless what Thrash say, bro, Sony coming out of pocket for the employees. They're covering the cost of operation now for Bungie. So they're taking on more risk when it comes to Bungie being successful. But I don't see the end game unless they put Destiny Day and Date and PS Now or Spartacus and they're trying to combat Game Pass, then it would make sense.
Yeah,
but
and Mount Cash won with the $5. It's like, but that's the deal where they still run their own ish and publish on their own. Bungie not gonna tell Sony no to making a game, bro. Well, it's not quite the same, bro. Because Bungie is, Bethesda is owned by Microsoft. They're owned, right? Phil still has say so into day-to-day business decisions and things that go on with Bethesda. He chooses to allow them to run themselves because they've been doing it for years. So he let them, just like he let every other studio do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? But Microsoft still can step in and make decisions and stuff like that. For Bethesda. You know what I'm saying? This is totally different from the Bethesda deal. But that's the work on their own. But they're still owned by Microsoft, and Microsoft still have say so. Go ahead, Noah. You wanted to say something? Christopher Hart, I do not want to listen to you. Nothing educational is going to come out your mouth. Nothing educational is going to come out your mouth, Chris Hart, at all. Nothing educational is going to come out your mouth, Chris Hart. It's going to be all cap. All right? It's going to be all cap.
I want to hear some PlayStation. I want to hear the perspective of some of the PlayStation fans. Like, how do they feel about the acquisition? Do they feel like it's beneficial, or it was a waste of money, or they just kind of in the middle?
I want to hear some PlayStation. I'm gonna be looking at some PlayStation podcasts about the. I want to see what people's perspective is on this deal. Now, and like this is different. Mount Cash won with the $5. Sony is acquiring Bungie, not partnering. It's the same as the Bethesda deal, and you missed my second super chat. I didn't miss no second super chat. It's like Bethesda deal. Let me go up. Kai 28.
Personal post. I just had some chicken and waffle come through So just holler if you need me, brother.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead and enjoy your food, player. Mount Cash one with the $5. I'm definitely more of a PlayStation gamer, but I have everything. Either way, I mess with Z and you bots post. Laugh out loud. Nah, chat. Hit the thumbs up. Definitely hit the thumbs up. Hit the like button. If you ever subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll know every time that we go live and give our perspective on everything gaming. Look, okay, we didn't been at this shit for 3 hours. Let me get ready and close this out. We're gonna get ready and close this out. I do want to say this. Look, I am happy for Sony. I didn't come on here to say this a L or anything like that. I still need to understand this fully on the stipulations regarding the agreement in terms of this acquisition, and maybe I need to hear that from somebody else's perspective to get an understanding. You know, like I said, I don't know everything, and my way of thinking ain't always the right way of thinking. So I'm going to listen to other people's perspective, listen to other podcasts to see what they say and see what they think about this deal, so I can get some better understanding on the benefits to Sony. Now, I understand how it benefits the overall gaming community, but I just don't see any benefits. I just don't see. And then King Thrash talking about Sony is going to get a cut of the profits. You paid $3.6 billion to acquire a company to get a cut. You just don't pay $3.6 billion just to get a cut of somebody profits that you probably won't see for. That it probably take you years to. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm tweaking. But salute to Sony for making such a big move, and the acquisition wars is here. And what I will say to this, if you're in the chat, who made the bigger move? Who made the bigger move? Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard, or Sony acquiring Bungie? Let me know in the chat who made the bigger move. And who will have the bigger impact in the long run? Who will have the bigger impact in the long run? Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard, or Sony acquiring Bungie? Okay, I just wanted to know. Some people might. I think when Microsoft purchased of Activision, it just wasn't about COD. They covered a lot of bases in their purchase. You have one of the biggest first-person shooter games on the market and live services games on the market. 1. 2, you have one of the big MMORPG on the market in terms of live services and games as a services to go along with your other ones. Then 3, you have the third or fourth biggest revenue publisher in the mobile space in terms of King and Candy Crush. So I think they covered a lot of bases with that Activision Blizzard publisher. And I got to ask, what's the name? Because I have to ask Tim Dog when he was talking about 32 projects, where he talking about Xbox and Activision Blizzard as a whole, or was he saying that Blizzard by themselves have 32 projects in the pipeline? So I got to ask Tim Dog that because he made that tweet and he said 32 projects, and I was trying to see if he's saying that Blizzard by themselves have 32 projects in the pipeline, and if that's true, and if that's what he was talking about, that's fucking insane. That's by themselves, 32 projects. That's crazy. Destiny is much popular. I'm done. No, Christopher, you're not about to do this. Not today, buddy. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this today. You know what? No, we're not doing it. We finna stop the cap. We're not about to do this. You is not. No. I ain't never heard you talk about Destiny, brother. I ain't never seen you play Destiny. And now you up here talking about Destiny is bigger than COD. No, we're not about to do this. We're not about to do this. Hold on. Wait, let me
Hey, and let's say that it was. We still get to play it on Xbox.
Facts. But the cap is real with this one. This brother, look, let me tell you something. We about to get on out of here, man. I'm finna let Noah enjoy his chicken and waffles from Georgia.
Man, it's good, bro.
I bet it's good. That's that home down south cooking flour. You feel me? Now Mount Cash with the $2. Tim Dog was probably talking about Xbox as a whole. Nah, because if it's Xbox as a whole, between them, they have over 50 plus projects in development, bro. So I don't know. I'm gonna get the word out for him. I'm gonna get the word for him and see what he was talking about. But Blizzard is big as hell, bro. Blizzard is fucking huge. But yeah, I want to thank you all for showing up and showing out. We thank y'all for continue to support the show and the platform. We really appreciate it. Christopher Hart, we're not doing this today. Your cap meter is on 15,002, brother. You're now putting Destiny over Call of Duty. We're not about to do that. We're not about to let you do that. I don't know. Look, let me tell you something. Look, get a grip, brother. Get a grip. Go do some karaoke. Happy birthday. Go do some karaoke, brother, or something. Go sing somebody happy birthday, brother. We're not about to do that. Yo, look, let me tell y'all something. Look, y'all let me know. I'm gonna go make a poll on Twitter, man. I gotta see how y'all thoughts is about this, brother. Because when I saw it, I was excited, but then when I saw these stipulations, I'm like, oh, what? Like, it doesn't really make sense to me. That's Vanguard, brother. Old Call of Duties are still in the top 10, top 5 on NPDs, brother. Y'all keep up bringing up Vanguard. Stop, brother. Stop it, brother. Look, y'all have a great day, man. I look forward to watching other people podcasts, getting their perspective on the announcement today. And I look forward to people going back and forth on Twitter. I thank y'all for showing up and showing out. Like I say, whether we agree or disagree, it's about coming and enjoying the conversation and being part of the conversation. So I thank you all for being a part of the conversation today. Y'all have a great day. Stay blessed. Peace out. I'll see y'all on Twitter.